morning in the Philippines. A little breezy. Feels good to me. Hopefully it doesn't affect the audio. And hopefully the video is good too. But it's a beautiful morning in Dumaguete, Philippines. My name's Michael. I'm from the United States. And I'm currently living abroad in the Philippines. I'm gonna make this coffee talk in the Philippines. I had to make sure I get some coffee to start my morning off right. I did already have breakfast, but coffee is always good. I have to make sure I don't let it blow over. That wind's kind of strong. But it's a beautiful morning this morning here in the Philippines. I had to find somewhat of a good spot to sit. It's not on the wall here that's not cooking because my butt would be on fire. But again, hopefully this wind is not too much. I'm trying to keep it down in front of me, and I just hear the wind is blowing by my ears. So we'll see if anybody shows up. Give it a few minutes. If and when anybody comes into the chat, please feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're from. And yeah, we'll see if this chat moves forward this morning. All right. Manila Gorilla, Manila, which I think is Martin, if I'm correct. Trying to get better at putting names with their YouTube account names. So I'm guessing Martin, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. But thank you, Manila. You're the first one to say hello. I apologize for it's a little breezy, windy. I like it, feels good to me here. Just down by the boulevard. Kind of like this spot. Do my walking and trying to make it a little bit of a regular thing. Doing live streams. I think it kind of helps your channel grow. Plus, I like to talk anyway, so. How does the audio sound, Martin? Is it all right? I'm kind of keeping the phone down in front of me. The wind's actually going at my back and behind my ears, so. But yeah, it's beautiful today. It's beautiful. Kind of found a nice little spot behind this pole. It kind of gives me a little shade. But I was looking for something just basically to shade out where I'm sitting. Because as I've mentioned before, these walls that are exposed to the sun, they get hot. And honestly, if you're gonna, I don't mind sitting here. I guess the best thing would be to have some sort of towel to sit on. But yeah, a towel would help. But thank you, Martin. Just let me know if the wind is too irritating. I didn't bring my mics. They tend to help. I was trying to travel light and not bring a lot of stuff with me, but thank you for the update, Martin. Hey, Frumly Bumbly. What's up? How you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you in a while. Maybe not that long, but I don't remember. I had a live stream yesterday and I can't remember if you were there, Frumly, but thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And yeah, beautiful morning here in Dumaguete, Philippines, and trying to see if anybody shows up and wants to talk to an American that's living in the Philippines. I need my morning conversation with I made sure I came prepared, my morning coffee. I need this. And it's now basically 10:45 a.m. and I can't wait much longer to have my first sip of double espresso latte. So thank you, Frumbly. How are things going? What's the weather like in your part of the Philippines there, Martin? This is, me and coffee go hand in hand. But it's really, really, really nice. And again, I apologize for the wind. I'm trying to keep my phone down. The wind's at my back, so that's probably better than me facing the ocean. Louis says, hey, good morning, Louis. Thank you for being here. I love my community that I'm building. I love my friends. Good morning, Mike. I want to smell the coffee. I believe things can get better. Always with coffee in the morning. Always. Love my coffee. Especially the first sip, I should say. Martin says, well, I'm on Guam right now, but it's about the same, I guess. Yeah, I haven't really, Martin, checked out the latest on the hurricane out at sea, and it's coming this way. I didn't check it out today, so I don't know what the latest was. It was so kind of far off that the tracking for those things, it was too early for me to kind of worry about it until it started getting closer. So hello, Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee, how are you doing, Jenny Lee? I think I know like one Jenny Lee in my life, but maybe you're not a subscriber, but welcome here, Jenny Lee. My name's Michael. I'm an American from the United States, obviously, and I'm living abroad in the Philippines, and here at the Boulevard in Dumaguete, and just having some morning coffee and looking for some morning conversation, and I'm trying to get a little more consistent doing my live stream. So as always, if you're here and you like me, I don't even know, like the stream, but if you like me, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, Jenny Lee, you're more than welcome to subscribe and let us know where you're from. But thank you for being here. We got a message from Sula. Sula, how are you? Good morning. Hello, Michael. I woke up real early feeling unwell. Had to use a cold water washcloth. And I feel so much better now. I'm glad to see you. Well, I'm sorry you don't feel good, Sula. I always recommend some nice warm coffee to start your morning, but it's a very breezy morning here, as you can tell by the wind. It feels really good to me, but I apologize. Keeping the phone low, wind's coming at my back, so I hope you can hear me. Yes, Sula, health is wealth. Jenny Lee, you're from Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. I'm from Pennsylvania. Actually, Mechanicsburg, New Cumberland area, if you're familiar, but welcome from Pennsylvania. That is so awesome. Yeah, that's where I'm from. Born and raised in Pennsylvania, so that's cool. Well, if you're definitely not a subscriber, Jenny Lee, you got to subscribe. I mean, wow, you're from Pennsylvania. That's a sign. You can follow the American Pennsylvanian here in beautiful, breezy, nice water coming off the ocean in the Philippines. So thank you, Jenny Lee. Welcome from Pennsylvania, my home state. But I did live in Florida for 2 years. And as I always tell people, if I was still living in the United States, I would be living in Florida. But that's so cool. Jenny Lee's from Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. Small world. Actually, like I always tell people, you think the world's so big, but then things happen, people come in your life, and then you're like, wow, it's a small world after all. Like that song, it's a small world after all. I won't get into that. You don't want to hear me sing. Sula says you have beautiful blue skies there. Oh yeah, it's just beautiful. Like I showed people, I'm kind of hiding behind this little pole. It's kind of blocking, but I saw that there was shade here, and you don't want to sit there. That will cook your butt like crazy. So I found a little spot of shade here, and it was cooler here. So I'm like, I'm gonna sit down here, and then my butt will be safe. Because I mean, it's too hot. You need a towel, and I always tell myself I should bring a towel, but the most important thing I brought was my first morning double espresso latte. And cheers to everybody that's here. Sula says, I was thinking of giving up coffee. I mean, you can give it up. Actually, my favorite coffee is, darn, escapes me. I can order from Amazon, thank goodness. But it's called Everyday Dose. It's mushroom coffee, but I'm here to tell you, don't smell like mushrooms, don't taste like mushrooms. And it's has a lot of nutritional benefits to it. A lot of, what am I thinking, amino acids maybe? Yeah, it has a lot of health benefits, functional mushrooms in it. Has L-theanine, natural L-theanine in it, which keeps basically when caffeine, it keeps you level instead of going up and then way down. Yeah, that's my go-to coffee. I have a little bit still in a bag of it that I ordered from Amazon, thank goodness. Just haven't had any since I've been in the hotel because you need hot water. I don't have any honey, and that's my sweetener of choice. I could drink it black, but Everyday Dose is the best. I'm sure, I heard of another brand, I think it's called Cuppa or something like that. I heard it's pretty good, competitive with them, but it's better than regular coffee. I will say that. Tastes just as good. And if you make it right, it tastes pretty good. So why do you want to give up coffee, Sula? Yes, we can hear you well, even though the Eon, I'm assuming the wind. Even though the wind is in the background, it is affecting your voice coming across. Is it an iPhone? They seem to be good. Yeah, I have an iPhone. I don't really know. I mean, I guess I could get further away from the ocean, but I love giving that background, that backdrop. But if it gets too bad and you have trouble hearing me because I'm kind of talking loud, just let me know. I can adjust. Whoops, for you guys. Is it fairly hot there? Wow. Honestly, with this wind, it doesn't feel bad. And again, hot weather doesn't bother me at all. This would probably be a very good treat for somebody that doesn't like the wind or doesn't like the heat. And I always laugh at people that come here that don't like the heat. I know that's who they are, but it would be like me going to somewhere very cold and living there and staying inside all the time, and then people say, Michael, why are you here? It's so cold. You don't like the cold. You know. Again, I don't mind it. I'm out in the hottest times of the day, although it's 10:52. It will get warmer. It will get hotter. But yeah, I've done a little bit of walking, not enough. I haven't gotten into my routine. I kind of wanted to start this a little earlier. Plus, I was drinking my coffee, and I think it's boring for me to do. I mean, yes, I have the Wi-Fi in the coffee shop that I can do my live stream, but I think it's kind of boring setting in a coffee shop or anywhere indoors when I'm doing a live stream. I like to be outside. I think I like it better, and I would hope that people that are viewing the live stream appreciate the nice weather, being outdoors, the scenery better than, I don't know, looking at a wall behind me. I'm an outdoors guy, so I guess my live streams are a reflection of who I am. I guess the only time I would do a live stream is if it's raining out. And I've been in the rain too, but I guess a torrential downpour. Sula says, I just bought an organic coffee, but I'd love to try that one you mentioned. Yeah, it's called Everyday Dose. They have their own website, and actually you can get, if you order from the website, they have a lot of promotional promos, discounted coffee that you can get from that. So I'd recommend, if you can, order from the actual website, Everyday Dose mushroom coffee. But thankfully I can get it on Amazon, so I can get it delivered here. Mr. Plumtree and family is here. They're from Africa. Good morning, Mr. Plumtree and family. Thank you for being here. You're another one of my many loyal subscribers that I can also call my friends. When you show up like this, you're a friend. I guess a subscriber would be a one and done, and I've had that happen too. But thank you, Mr. Plumtree and family. How are things in Africa? How's the weather there? I have a beautiful morning here in the Philippines, so I'm happy. Sun shining, I'm smiling. Sula says, how is Che? She's still in your town? Yeah, she's here. She's not, like I said, I have my routine. And if we're just kind of chilling in the home base location, which is Dumaguete, I stick with my routine. Walking, coffee. Now she joins me sometimes, but she doesn't do as much walking as me. Later in the evening, if I want to walk with her when the sun is not out, but she's okay with the sun too. But I'm just a little bit over the top when it comes to walking and exercise. So yeah, I guess it takes a little bit for someone to keep up with me. Not that people can't keep up, but Che's not quite used to it yet. But maybe at some point she might. Yeah, she was at the hotel, was gonna get a shower. I don't know if she was gonna go visit her mom. She kind of keeps herself busy because I keep myself busy. Plus, I do live streams. Yes, she can join me, which she has at times. And then she's hit or miss with coffee. Sometimes she drinks it, sometimes she doesn't. I don't know if sometimes her stomach gets upset. I don't know if it's the milk. Yeah. So yeah, I'm flying solo. I guess I should put my coffee down here in between my shoes because I think if I leave it up here on the wall, the wind might just blow it over. But Che's good. Thanks for asking, Sula. Hey, Philip, good morning or good evening to you. Beautiful sunny day in Dumaguete, Philippines. Start your day off with a coffee. And yeah, I kind of like doing these live streams. Like, the earlier the better. I try to avoid overlapping over other people that are doing live streams, but I think at some point it's just going to be next to impossible to avoid that. And, you know, I know what it's like. I have, you know, similar channels to you guys that I watch the same things too. But once you start getting into the YouTube scene yourself and you're trying to be consistent with your content and making videos and also doing live streams to grow the channel, it gets busy, you know. And yeah, I gotta try to do my best to support my friends, but then I gotta do the best to try to support myself. But thank you, Philip. God bless you. You're always here. Sula says hi at Mr. Plumtree. Sula says hi, Philip. Mr. Plumtree and family say hi, Sula. How are you? This is great. Mr. Plumtree and family says good morning, host. How are you? I'm doing great, Mr. Plumtree. I'm in the Philippines, living a stress-free life for the most part. Honestly, I don't think it's completely stress-free, but you can eliminate the stress at all costs. It's like it's up to you as a person to, you know, eliminate as much stress as you can. Let me see. Weather is good. It is raining right now. So, oh, wait a minute. I skipped Sula. My bad. Sula says, all good, Mr. Plum. Thanks. You have a very good name. Yeah, they must have a lot of, I'm guessing they have a lot of plum trees in Africa, maybe. Mr. Plumtree and family says, weather is good. It is raining now. So I guess although it's raining, it's warm there, right? That's why I don't really mind rain here in the Philippines, because it's warm, and actually it feels kind of good if you're out walking around on a sweaty, it's getting sweaty like me. Sula says, glad to hear you. Che is good, and thank you for asking. Philip says, have a beautiful day out there. Always. I wouldn't have it any other way. Because if I was back in Pennsylvania, it would be cold and snow. And I don't want that. I don't enjoy that. I need sunshine. Martin says, who is Manila Gorilla, they have any good places to get supplements in Duma? The only place, Martin, that I've seen decent supplements was in a place called Belchris. They had a brand called Now, N-O-W. I've gotten magnesium glycinate in that brand. I've gotten the zinc and copper in that brand. But typically, the supplements that I order is from Amazon, from here, and the brand is called Pure Synergy. My vitamin supplements are called Pure Synergy. I love them. They're organic. I take a multi from them, which I was never big on multi, but with them I'm okay. Purely organic, fruits and vegetables. You can actually see them compressed in the vitamin. It's not like other these name brand vitamins they try to sell you, like men's one a day, whatever. They're synthetic. They're not natural. So I don't want anything that's synthetic in my body. Trying to think. I get a vitamin C. It's organic, natural berries in there from Pure Synergy. Those are basically the two I take, along with magnesium glycinate. Magnesium glycinate, everybody needs. I think I read somewhere a while ago they consider that to be the number one thing that people in the world are deficient in is magnesium glycinate. You can get it in fruits, I'm sure some vegetables too, but I don't think we eat enough of certain things to get enough. So I take 1 to 2 magnesium glycinate a day. I have still a bottle left that I got at Costco in the United States that I brought with me. I think there was like 360 in them. They help with everything. They help with, one thing is like inflammation. I never get headaches when I take magnesium glycinate. It prevents that. I think magnesium glycinate also assists in making sure you have a good water flow in your intestines and you don't have any problems going to the bathroom. Number 2, that would be. So like I know some people when they get older they have digestive problems which create constipation. So magnesium glycinate also helps keep things working on a regular basis. Yes, you can take too much magnesium, and then maybe you're doing the number 2 a little too much, which I think maybe the most I ever took in a day was like 3. Once I found where my comfort zone was, it was like 2 is enough. But honestly, the most I take here is 1. I could probably take 2 and be fine. I don't know of any. I mean, I'm sure you could overdose on anything, but I don't know anybody that takes too much magnesium. Again, like you can take magnesium citrate or citrate. That's usually what they recommend people take when they're going to get a colonoscopy, and then you're just cleaning yourself out. But some people take it to help assist in them going to the bathroom. And actually, I think my father was taking it, and he took too much, and yeah, he was hanging out on the toilet a little too long. Sula says rain is good for the crops. Oh yeah, I agree. A lot of times what I like here that I've noticed, at least in Dumaguete, when it rains, it seems to rain a lot at night, and that's like perfect. I like when it rains at night because then you wake up to the sunshine. So, and probably the best time to rain is at nighttime, so everything can kind of dampen the ground and doesn't dry up so quick. Keeps things green. Zinc and copper, it's just, without getting too much into it, Sula, it's just essential. Zinc, a lot of people, if you're getting colds and stuff like that, and that seems to be a little common here in the Philippines. Well, at least for a lot of people, but I know foreigners and even myself have experienced some weird allergy-like symptoms here. I think a lot of it has to do with it's just different types of pollen things in the air. And I've only been here a little over a year total. And when you're I grew up in Pennsylvania predominantly all my life. So my body's adapting to different things. And sometimes you get a cold or congestion. And I even had a situation where my ears got clogged. But I healed myself naturally. I don't go to the doctor. I don't want medicine. I don't want antibiotics. And I get pretty passionate about that stuff, so I'm gonna try and not, unless people want to hear about it. But can antibiotics help? Yes. Are they good to take? No. Because your body eventually becomes immune to them. I'm of belief that God created us to be able to heal ourselves. I think God was smart enough to make us to overcome things. And when you're exposed to something, obviously natural immunity kind of kicks in, and I think your body remembers when you experience something again. So hopefully the next time if I get a cold or any type of sinus congestion or something, maybe it won't be as bad as the first time. But yeah, I dealt with it all on my own. I just drank a lot of, I always say this wrong, it's like the little limes here, the calamanesa, whatever, little limes. Just do that, squeeze a couple of them into some nice water or coconut water and add some honey to that. And that's good vitamin C right there. That'll give you a nice punch. I just don't, I'm not a fan of medicine. At least, I'd say in the last how many years, I stay away from that stuff. I overcome it myself. And I do. It may take a little longer. You have to learn to be patient. I mean, that's I guess the advantage of certain pharmaceutical medicines. Like you can get, I guess, feel better quicker. But I prefer not to put that stuff in me. Sula says, do you try to have organic as much as possible? Yeah, I do. I mean, as I mentioned to you guys a few days ago, who was here, my deodorant's natural. Like I don't use any of that name brand stuff. And I know people will say, well, that stuff that's good for you is expensive. Well, of course. That's the method to their madness. But I'm willing to spend a little more you're under your arms, your lymph nodes, that's where everything absorbs. I mean, everything absorbs through your skin anyway. Read the ingredients on stuff, educate yourself if you don't already know, and you'll see. And if there's an ingredient in something that you can barely pronounce and you don't even know what it is, which is a lot of stuff, just research what it is. And then when you find out what it is, you'll be like, wow, why did they put that in there? But that's me. Manila Martin says 1 day is a no-go for sure. Yeah, no benefit to that. Sula says loads of people have vitamin D deficiency here, lack of sunshine. That's exactly what it is. You are right. We don't have enough vitamins in our diet. Yeah, it's like, or people just aren't eating enough of the right foods that have what you need in those foods. People tend to, not everyone, but some people tend to gravitate towards, I would just say, not the healthiest food, fast food. Those things don't really have nutritional value to them. They may taste good, and you feel full, and you feel like, hey, I'm eating, but you're not getting what you need and stuff like that. So So I guess you definitely would need to substitute with some sort of supplements, but yeah, it's kind of like I tell people, you are what you eat. Um, Sula says, sorry, bad spell on the phone keypad is hard to type on. Yeah, it's okay, Sula. Mine gets darker because of the sun, so it's like hard for me to see, so I turn it over here out of direct sunlight. Louis says, Philippines pharmacies sell antibiotics. Lucy, oh yeah, you can get antibiotics without even a prescription. I know another foreigner here who had a bad cold similar to mine, and kind of hits you hard in the beginning, and you feel like you're never gonna shake it loose, and some people, like I said, they want something to fix it quick. They can't. I don't like feeling like garbage either, but I fought through it. I mean, it took several weeks for me to start feeling better and more like myself. But yeah, I think he got amoxicillin or something like that here. But yeah, you don't need, he just walked right to the back of a mercury or drug or whatever and just kind of explained what was wrong with them and said, I think I need this. And they, I guess, kind of agreed with him and then gave it to him. Sula says, really at Louis, yes, too much use creates superbugs which threaten us all. We don't have super antibiotic. If something new mutates, so we need to be responsible for the greater good. Yeah, that's where it gets tricky, Sula, and that's why I stay away from it. I mean, could there be a situation like you get like a serious infection that requires an antibiotic? Yes. Maybe it's something so serious that could be causing a serious problem, but my brother knows more about this stuff than I do, so I learn a lot from him and through my own research. But I kind of try to take the mindset that I can overcome things naturally. I mean, and that's kind of what I stick with, and it's worked out, thank God. But it's worked out when I've kind of kept that mindset. I don't know. So it's 11:12 a.m. here, which means it's 10:12 p.m. in Pennsylvania, Thursday night. So it's almost like I feel like I'm too early. I don't see that many people here. Like I said, the chat is very important, obviously, for a live stream. Don't get me wrong, I can chat and talk with the best of them, but sometimes I need a little help. But Sula says yes, and less stress and less sickness. That's true. Stress is the silent killer. That's what I always call it, the silent killer. And the wild thing is we all experience stress and we're not even aware of it. Things that we might not think we're stressing about, we actually are. We kind of take for granted. Because we're always thinking about stuff. I think, at least certainly me growing up in the United States, I mean, you're always thinking, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this. There's like never like a shutdown. Even when I can remember planning a vacation was stressful. Packing your suitcase was stressful. At least here, I have very little clothes, and I can, just live out of a backpack. And if worse comes to worse, you just travel so light to somewhere else here in Asia, and you buy a couple t-shirts somewhere. Everything's a lot less expensive, and obviously I learned that after the fact. Hey, Ende Che, just so you guys all know, Ende Che is Che, my girlfriend. So Che is visiting us here. I'm assuming she's still in the hotel. But hello, Che. Thank you for being in my live stream, supporting the channel. Sula says, The news is best turned off. Yeah, like, I have other ways of getting my information, more reliable information. Uh, you're not getting it on TV, and I'll just leave it at that. Philip says, I'm still here. I enjoy your live stream. Louis, I'm glad you enjoy it. Sometimes I sit here doing this live stream, just trying to make it something simple. Haha, no pun intended, but I like when people are here, and I don't want you to be bored, and I want you to enjoy it. Again, the biggest thing I get out of a live stream is just able to have conversation with people, and definitely open forum. I do want to make it a little more exciting eventually, other than me just sitting here at the boulevard. That's why Starlink Mini is so important to my future. I'm saving up for it, kind of making a little, what do you want to call it? Just a little budget for my, to get the Starlink Mini, and then obviously like James and Karen on their channel had mentioned to me like what it cost per month for Starlink. I think it was like 4,000 pesos, which, all things considered, although it seems expensive, it's probably worth it, because I mean, it's the best way to have a signal, and I want to be able to walk and live stream. I don't want to sit. This is probably my least favorite part, is sitting. So walking, and then I could show you guys where I'm at and where I go, and show you different places. And even Che and I noticed recently, like when you're out walking around, which it allows you to see more things. I mean, there's even tiny little private owned restaurants that when you're in a tricycle or in a vehicle, you kind of go by and you don't even see these things. You miss them, you don't see them. And but when you're walking, you're like, wow, there's a cute little restaurant in there. And some of those private owned, family owned, whether it's a cafe, coffee shop, restaurant, yes, most of them are Philippine food, but you can get really good quality Philippine food ridiculously cheap. And so yeah, it's like those little, people would call them in the US, you know, oh yeah, this place I go to, it's like a hole in the wall, but you'd be surprised how good the food is. Yeah, like there's places in the United States that literally look like an abandoned building, and then not much, you know, advertising or signs, and then either you find out on your own or someone tells you, and they're like, oh yeah, they got the best whatever burger or this or that. You know, they may sell beer or something like that, microbrews, but yeah, these same kind of things exist here in the Philippines, and I think that's kind of neat. But you have to like Philippine food. I guess that would, or you know, it wouldn't work out too much in your favor if you don't like food that is Philippine food. I like stuff like that. And thank you though, Philip, for enjoying my live stream. Makes me feel good. Like I said, last thing I want to do is bore you guys or give you a bad audio and video for you to be able to, like, you know, hear and see me. That's why I think my date is fine sitting here, but back to Starlink, I need to be able to, I want to provide you guys something more. I want to take you on a walk with me, walking and talking with Michael in the Philippines. Sula says, at Ende, hello, which again, if you don't know, Ende Che is Che, my girlfriend, my Filipina. She's getting happier day by day, right, Che? Sula says, at Philip, thumbs up. Che says, hey, Sula. Ende says, of course, heart. Sula says, oh, it's Che. Yes, that be Che. Ende Che says, charit, like carrot. I learned that the other day. Ende Che says, yes, Sula, I'm Che. Det Valones is here. Hey, Det, welcome, my friend. How are you? Yes, lovely weather. That would be an understatement. The breeze feels amazing. And yes, if you were sitting here without this breeze, you sweat a little bit with it. But if you were here without this breeze, yeah, you'd really be sweating. But I'm okay with that. That's why I'm here. I don't mind sweating. I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze my butt off if I have a choice. I prefer to sweat. But yeah, thank you, Det. Lovely, lovely weather today. How are things with you, Det? And Det's giving a shout out to Che. Hi, Che. Musta. Sula says, hi, Det. Det says, hey, Sula, how are you? Sula says, do many people cycle there? Actually, if you're talking bicycle, pedal bike, the most people that I see on a pedal bike are the younger Filipinos, the younger boys. They're like, they have their mountain bikes or like their racing bikes, like they train. Like a lot of times I'll see them here at the boulevard, but they have like probably like a biking team, a cycling team. And I like that. They got their tight, almost like the Speedo-like biking shorts and the tops on to make them really aerodynamic. I've seen others on the bikes, but more so the Filipino boys. So I like seeing that younger generation exercise, wanting to bike, wanting to stay in shape. Maybe now I don't know if they have races or anything like that, but much respect to the Filipino boys here that are like, they're training. And you see a lot of youth jogging or walking here at the boulevard as well. I like seeing the younger generations in the Philippines. I highly, greatly respect it, that they are interested in exercise and they're not just constantly playing with their phones. Yes, I have a phone. Yes, I'm live streaming. But yes, I exercise in between. And a lot of times when I listen to other live streams, I'm not watching it. I just have the phone in my pocket. And I love listening to music. But I guess there's a difference. I think some people, I control my cell phone, whereas some people I think are controlled by their cell phones, unfortunately, especially younger generations. I always tell Che, if we would ever have children, I'm not in favor of letting a child have a cell phone so young. They're too young for that. They're finding things. Kids should be out playing, exercising, moving their bodies and doing things. But that's just my opinion, I think why I'm where I'm at in my life now at 55 with my health, being in shape, loving to exercise, I think it's all part of how I grew up as a young kid. I was always out and about as a kid. Obviously, my time period, cell phones didn't exist. And once phones came around, they weren't like smartphones like this. Those things didn't come around until I was much older, much more mature. And I just think, now are some people older, maybe on their phone too much? Maybe. I just like the fact that I just think kids should be out playing, having fun, and playing with other kids. I used to build forts and stuff and creative. And, now I don't see the cell phone issue being so bad here in the Philippines, just probably because a lot of more people can't afford it. So I guess that's the benefit. These kids have to be more creative. And when I see them playing, I have so much respect for these little kids. I'm like, that's the way I was as a kid. They'll find anything to create something to have fun. If they don't have a toy, they'll make a game out of thin air. So yeah, there are cyclers here, Sula. It's nice to see. Sula says, I'm good at Det. Thanks, how about you? Det says, doing well. Thank you. The art chairs is here. Hey, good morning, good afternoon. The art chairs. Hey, Michael and Che, how's life? Life is very good, the art chairs. I can't complain. All is well here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Happy to be back in Dumaguete compared to Bacolod, that's it. Miss my friends in Bacolod, that's it. Weather's been great here. Haven't really been following or tracking this potential well, it's a hurricane right now until it gets here. I haven't really been tracking it too much, so I don't know what's the latest and greatest on that. It was kind of too far out at sea for me to pay attention to, because in a moment it can veer and go in different directions. Hurricanes are, unpredictable. Oh my gosh, John Gaver Villanueva is here. Hey, John Gaver, how are you? He's my friend. He worked at Starbucks. He was a barista in Starbucks in Bacolod, but if I remember correctly, John, you're in Palawan now, right? You're training people in Palawan. How is Palawan? I'm jealous of you. I miss you, my friend. Thank you for being here. This is awesome. My friend John from Bacolod, Filipino, he worked at Starbucks in Bacolod. And like I said, he was supposed to go to Palawan, transfer to Palawan to help train people, open another Starbucks in Palawan. Thank you, John. Miss you, my friend. Sula says, do you reapply SPF? I think he burned out in that with the pill. I use natural, the stuff on my face I use, on my nose and stuff is natural zinc. There's no chemicals in it whatsoever. Once the brand name pops into my head, I'll tell you what it is. I think personally there's others that can compete that make similar stuff, but the ingredients are clean in it. I don't put any sunblock that's Banana Boat or any of that name brand stuff. There's chemicals in that. And again, I get passionate about this, but that stuff absorbs into your skin. It's not good for you. It blocks out certain parts of your natural melatonin that allows you to absorb what your body needs. And once you start getting brown here, you're like brown all the time. Like my body transitioned. Like, yes, if you're white all the time, you got to take baby steps into the sun, because once you're, see, I like move over here. Take a little step down this way. Usually what I do is, Sula, when I go walking, I have an app on my phone that tells me the SPF, like all the levels, the UVI, the strength of the sun. To get my daily vitamin D that I need, based off the strength of the sun here, wherever it's at a certain point in the day, I get direct sunlight. Now I keep my hat on and stuff. I gotta move this so it don't get too hot. I leave my hat on, explaining this to you, but I take my shirt off and I'm in my shorts. So typically if the sun UVI is like 13, because it'll show on this app, it'll tell me, okay, Michael, 25 minutes of this direct sunlight when I'm walking. Or if you lay on a whatever, you can lay on a lounge chair by the pool or whatever, do both sides. It's even better than walking in it. But I'll go by the timer, and then it'll show at the end the actual amount of vitamin D that my body got. Direct sunlight. Like right now, like I'm not really getting direct sunlight, like a part of my body was, but for the most part, I'm behind this pole. So I get my daily allotment down to the exact like number of what you need daily, the minimum, without burning yourself. The only places that I typically apply my zinc special, now it's expensive. Again, everything that's good for you is expensive. Why do they make it expensive? Probably to deter people from buying it. They're like, oh, it's expensive, I'll buy the cheap stuff. Well, the cheap stuff's not good for you. That's basically how it works. It's as simple as that. And I know I'm passionate, but think about it. It's with food also. If you can't afford to eat, or you think you're saving money, you can go buy the cheapest food, but chances are it's not good for you. They do it on purpose. That's my belief. So yeah, next time when I go home, or actually Chase, if she's still on here, if she's still in the hotel, she could get the stuff that I put on my face. It's all natural. There's no chemicals in it. And it blocks better than anything. And quite honestly, one of the best natural sunblocks that you can use on your body, if you have access to it, and don't know where I could find it here in the Philippines, but at home, beef tallow. Beef tallow is like a natural sunblock, but it doesn't mess with your melanin in your body and stuff like that. It's the same thing like the only reason I have my glasses on is so I can read. But wearing these blocks out good light that your body needs. It tricks just research it. I don't want to like start spewing all this health stuff to you guys because some people might not like it or agree with it, but just do your research. You can learn what sunglasses do. They don't benefit you, they actually hurt you. But mine transitioned just because I bought them, but these are more glasses to be able to read, but they're I can wear them all the time. I didn't want like glasses I had to take on and off all the time just for reading purposes. So these serve a dual purpose. But anyway, yeah, I'll remember to tell you what that is, Sula. Sula says, at DET, smiley face. Sula says, John, hello. Yeah, John's my friend from Bacolod. Hope he's still here. GW Yashash is here. Hello there, what's up? I'm good, Yashash. How about you? Thank you for being here. Always, I gotta thank everybody constantly and continuously. My famous saying, you're sacrificing your time to hang out with me. And I appreciate it, I love it, because I like to talk. And this gives me a great opportunity for good conversation, you know, as well as building the channel. I mean, that's obvious, you know, but how my channel goes, that's basically in God's hands. I mean, yeah, part of it's up to me, you know, how much do I put into it and stuff like that, which I do want to put in more, but I don't want to bore people. I try to be different. There's so many vloggers here in the Philippines, and I don't always like to regurgitate the same stuff. Now, apartments and what I pay and stuff like that, that's fine because my apartment might be different, my experience might be different, but I just try to be different. It's not easy, but I try to be different for you guys. I mean, and I guess I look at myself as if I was viewing something, what interests me, you know? Plus, you got to connect with the person. I mean, I'm thankful that you guys are here because obviously you have some sort of interest in me as a person. So that's important, whereas some people might not have an interest in me as a person. That's all right. But thank you, GW, for being here. Sula says, hi, GW. The Archer says, F cell phones. I know what the F means. I like it. They are purveyors of poison, no less. I mean, unless you're mature enough to handle them, yeah, like if I all of a sudden didn't have a cell phone, could I survive? Yes. Are there other people that all of a sudden they didn't have internet and their cell phones were basically useless? What would they do? They'd probably go into a panic, but that is a reflection of their age and, you know, kind of when they were born and when they came into this world. And unfortunately, these devices, I think, do more harm than they do good, especially with the youth. They may not get it, they may not see it, and that's all right. But I see it. I'm not even a fan, and I have family members that have done it like at a very young age, you know. When I went traveling, went to the restaurant as a child with my parents, went on vacation by car, we had to travel far distance. What did we do to entertain ourselves in the car? We played games, we read books, we talked, we fought with each other because we got bored. But as children, we didn't have phones. Now it's just so easy for parents just to give their kids, just to keep them quiet so they don't have to take care of them, or they don't, you know, it's like a pacifier. Our cell phone's a pacifier for a child. And I don't know, I'm just not the biggest fan of that. I just don't think children should have cell phones. I think they're too young. But again, that's me, that's my opinion. I don't care if other people agree with me, but it's what I see. It's what I've seen as I've grown up. Now, crazy to say it as a 55-year-old guy, but I wouldn't be in this health situation. I wouldn't be, there's other people that I meet that are 55 and Che even says that they look a lot older than me. Yes, could it be genetics, but maybe it's the benefit of taking care of yourself. I don't know, but that's just me. Like, And I don't think if I had the childhood that I had, running around, playing sports, crack of dawn, outside playing, my mom would yell, hey, lunchtime, go eat lunch, back outside playing. I was never in the house. I think my first experience with video games was like when Atari came out. And even then, yeah, I liked Atari, but I didn't have one. I think we got a ColecoVision at one time. But my parents were pretty strict. I had 2 sisters and 1 brother, and we had to all rotate, taking turns playing it. Or like if you had a game that you could play one-on-one, but a lot of those games I think were single. So like that didn't even give us even ColecoVision or Atari and stuff, that didn't even give us an opportunity to really get consumed by video games back then. GW said, yesterday I reached 800 subs, but now it's 795. Hey, GW, congrats, but join the, I guess, the emotional roller coaster of YouTube. Yeah, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Again, I'm going to tell you guys one quick thing, and I might have mentioned it to you the other day, GW, but I was on my phone and I asked Grok, I asked a question. I said, why does it seem like I get to a certain point with subscribers and then all of a sudden I go back 5 or 6 subscribers within 24 hours? And Grok said one of the reasons is people are doing sub for subs. So what they're saying is, if you're subbing to an account and they're subbing back to yours, I guess YouTube, from what I understand, YouTube artificial intelligence algorithm is monitoring that because they consider that, I guess, cheating, especially if people are like not supporting these other channels that they're subbing to and they're just doing it to grow their channel. Again, that's what Grok said. It makes sense about that. And then I just think the other thing is you got people that are, whether they're trolls or they're making it obvious, they say, oh, I subbed your channel, and then you never see them again, and then a couple of those drop off. But that's what Grok said. They said they're monitoring the sub for a sub pandemonium kind of thing. I don't know if it's true, GW, but it would make sense if that's the case. So I guess my best advice would be, whoever you're subbing for, you better try to, maybe it would be helpful to at least go to a short or a video or like it or comment. But if you get thousands and thousands of them, like a couple thousand subscriptions, that's going to be very hard, time consuming. I usually subscribe to people from my secondary account. Some I do with my Something Simple account, but I have another one that's like just like my view account where I view people's stuff, but then I've subscribed to other accounts using that one instead of this one, or sometimes I use both. But again, that's what I read, GW. But congrats, and don't get excited. Even when you get to 1,000 or 1,001 like happened to me, don't celebrate. Wait till you get to like, I don't know, 1,050 and celebrate. I'm at like 1,020 something, and that keeps going up and down. I'm not celebrating. You guys can say congrats, that's fine, but I don't feel comfortable right now celebrating that I got 1,000 until I probably hit 1,100. Sula says 55. What? I'd have thought you were early 40s. Amazing. I need to get walking. I get that all the time, and again, it's a great feeling when people try to ask me my age and I tell them and their jaw hits the floor. So maybe I am doing something right. I'm sure some of it's genetics from my family, my mother and father. I always say I wouldn't be who I am today in all aspects of life, physically, mentally, intelligence-wise, if it weren't for my mother and father. But thank you for the compliment, Sula. Sula says, at GW, I just subbed you. There you go, GW. You're on your way. My friend John Gaver says, we missed you too, our favorite Grande Cafe Mocha customer. You guys were the best. I had so much respect for you. You were my few friends that were in Bacola, John. it wasn't hard for me to leave Bacola just because I missed Dumageddon and I felt more comfortable here. And I have this to walk around to, John. I didn't have that in Bacola. My closest friends worked in the coffee shops, but unfortunately I never got to really hang out with you guys outside of the coffee shop. Whereas here I have some other friends for that. But let me know how Palawan is, John. And how long are you gonna be there, John? How long are you gonna be in Palawan? Sula says, at the art, I find the algorithm on some apps can force too much bad news, causing anxiety. So yes, we need to consume healthy content. I agree. I get my information from some very trustworthy friends and very trusting positions back home. So all is good. I'm not worried about as many things as maybe other people are, because don't watch TV. Don't watch the news. That's all I can tell you. Just don't watch that. GW says, Sula, comment me so I will do the same. Yeah, I think that's smart to comment. I mean, again, that was what Grok said, you know, the AI app on your phone. Because I was just interested, because obviously when you have less subscribers, also GW, we're going to notice the pluses and the minuses more so. God willing, someday you and I can be way up there in subscribers, and there's just people that are so into our channels that we go viral, and we don't really pay much attention to that anymore. But I enjoy just the way it is right now. I'm thankful for this conversation with you guys right now, and sometimes I'm just thankful for what I have. Yes, would it be great? Yeah, but for me, especially since I've come here to the Philippines, this has been a truly eye-opening learning experience here. And I've learned that the simple things in life mean the most. And that's probably why I called my channel Something Simple. That's how I come up with it. You learn to not put your expectations so high. In the United States, I always had my expectations so high. Obviously, you work. You want to buy this, you want to buy that to give you temporary happiness and stuff. And next thing you know, you're filling your house with a bunch of junk. And that's what I did. Not that I didn't buy stuff that had monetary value. And I'm sorry I always repeat myself talking about this, but when I learned these kind of things and this stuff hit me, it opened my eyes, and it kind of just, maybe it's just, you know, a maturing effect. You get wiser as you get older. You become more, I don't know, sensible almost. Like, not that you can't be wise and sensible when you're younger, but through experiences, good and bad in life, that's how you grow as a person. And I think I enjoy life more now than ever did. Of course, it'd be great to be young again, but you know what? Life, for me, has gotten me to this point, and I've learned so much. And I've learned to just appreciate truly the small things. More so here in the Philippines. You know, it's considered a third world country. But I've adapted to accept that and put myself in that frame of mind that this is my home, second home, but like, can I adapt to a third world country? Can I fit in? Can I not miss the United States or things in the United States, the materialistic things? That's what you try to, like, that's where you grow. Like, for me anyway, that's the best way I can explain it, and I have, and I'm thankful and I love it, and I'm blessed. John says, I'm going back to work. It's nice to see you live. I'll wait for your next live, Sir Michael. Thank you, John. And if you already left, I'm sorry. I've gone kind of slow with these comments, and I get babbling on. So I apologize to you and everybody else if I get too detailed in my responses, but I just love sharing my feelings and stuff, and you know, and I love learning stuff from other people too. That's probably the channels I gravitate towards the most, are the ones where I'm learning things. And I'm like, yeah, I never looked at it that way, you know. But thank you, John. Miss you too, my friend. God bless you, man. Take care. Enjoy Palawan. Martin says, I'm collecting obnoxious long sleeve t-shirts for my move. All right, Martin, you may have said it and I apologize. Where are you moving to that, I know long sleeve shirts here. A lot of people wear long sleeve because of the sun. Maybe that has something to do with it. What's on your agenda, Martin? Sula says, bye, John. Hope your workday goes well. Yeah, Sula, he's in Palawan. I'm jealous. So jealous. Sula at GW, yes. Sula says, it's really interesting to hear what you have to say. Well, I'm glad that you like what I have to say, Sula. Sometimes I'm not so sure. But I always feel like there's always somebody you can connect with. And I'm just flat out always being myself. And like I said, ever since I've been here in the Philippines, the best compliment I ever get from people, locals and foreigners, expats, they just say they like meeting me because, or people come up to me, foreigners, and and they just say, hey, you just look very approachable. Like people just say you're a very genuine person after they talk to me. And to me, that's the best compliment in the world. I never experienced that in the United States. People just don't come up to you because you look approachable or you look interesting or you look whatever word they use. So that's another reason why I love it here in the Philippines. Not only because of the local people here, but even the foreigners, whether from US or other Western countries. The way they approach me and compliment me, I'll be in a coffee shop, I'll be sitting here. I've met foreigners and they come up, hey, you mind if I sit with you? I'm not trying to bother you. And it's like wild, like, and I'm just like, sure. Now, sometimes I prefer to just be left alone. You just kind of want to have Michael time. But aside from that, in the Philippines, you feel special. Not that I need that, but I'm just saying when it happens, it's just different. You don't feel special in the United States. You just feel like you're just another body. And here, you're looked at differently, obviously, because we look different, but they make you feel special. And it's until you come here and experience it, if you've never been here, and I'm sure people that are here in this live can relate to that. Those are the things that money can't buy. So that's why I wake up every morning excited to see what the day has in store for me. I'm not planning anything. GW says agreed. I assume you're agreeing with Sula. I appreciate it. And if I talk too much and I need to get to the comments, you can, well, I guess I'd have to scroll to the bottom to see it, but let me get caught up here. Sula says, at Martin, Manila, you're moving to the Philippines. Martin says, you'll know you've got a good channel going when Sick Grandpa starts worship. Yeah, now I know who he is because I think it was you that mentioned it. And I think it showed up in my timeline. It's funny. I'm sure the guy, I'm sure the guy's actually a good guy. I mean, if you look at it from a YouTube creative perspective, it's very different. What better way than to, make your channel around that type of drama. It's okay. No drama, so maybe that's what he seems to think works or is gonna work out for him. So I got some friends here. I don't know if I have any change, but I'm gonna get some. See, look at this. See? Hold on. Maybe. I don't have no change. I don't have any change. I had to buy my coffee with my card because they didn't have it change for 1,000 peso. So I had to buy it with my card because I was too early at the coffee shop and they didn't have enough change yet. And that happens when you're in the Philippines. If you go to a certain place real early to buy something, they typically hope you have smaller bills. Yeah, but yeah, the whole sick grandpa thing, I don't know much about him, but I just have this funny feeling he's probably a nice guy. And he's being creative by making a channel that he talks about other channels. I guess the thing that maybe wouldn't be good is if what he's saying is totally not true. I don't think that's a good idea, but I don't know him, and hey, to each his own. He's got to be who he wants to be, I guess, and obviously there's people, I don't watch it. I'm not interested in that. I'm sure he could be a funny guy doing something else other than making fun of people, but people, things happen in people's lives and we don't know about, and people get hurt, people get, bad things happen, and then sometimes people turn the wrong direction and causes them to be negative themselves. So for someone like that, all you can do is pray for him, honestly. But I get what you mean. Yeah, like I don't know if I'd want to be the subject of one of his videos. I don't know, maybe I have something nice to say about me. You never know. Could surprise you. GW says, I think next year I'm coming to the Philippines. Good, GW, the Philippines, we are waiting for you. If you can do it, you're healthy, you have the finances, and I don't know what your time, how long you want to be here, but I would recommend it. I think that's good. People have asked me before, how long do you think would be a good amount of time to come to the Philippines first time? I'd say at the very least a month, but that's only if you can do it. You can get the time off, or financially. The most expensive thing is going to be your airline ticket, hotels. Based off the Philippines, yes, they are more expensive, but something like that I'm in now would be 3 times as much in the US. But you don't want to think like that. You want to be smart and save money. But that's great, GW. Sula says, lots of people want to go there. It's great. Yeah, I think it's great too. And again, it takes YouTubers and people to, I guess, get word out. And believe me, I'm honest. Like, people could say, if I ever, maybe I could do a live stream sometime. I don't know if I ever really talked about it much. I've done kind of little live streams, I guess talk about the pros and the cons. There's pros and cons no matter where you live, but I think there's more pros here for me that I can overlook any of the cons. Martin says, as Sula, yes, I'm trying to arrange things to move permanently. My wife is a Filipina from, I guess that's Quezon City, QC, I'm guessing. We already have a condo in Pasay, and a small house in Cavite. Just trying to get organized. Well, I hope your move goes smoothly. It's one thing I don't miss. Hell, moving out of my house was a nightmare. But I got rid of just about everything, and that felt good. Martin says Cavite. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Sula says, I need to get back to bed. It's 3:30 a.m. Thank you so much, Michael, for giving us your time and thoughts, and to the community. Hey, thank you so much, Sula. And if not for you and everybody else, my YouTube channel goes as my subscribers and friends go. Like, without you, it's nothing, you know what I mean? But I still share my story, because if I at least reach one person, to me, I've already won. But thank you, Sula. I look forward to seeing you. Sleep well, and make sure you get your coffee when you get up, even though you're trying to quit. Sula says, at Martin, that's a great idea. I think you'll be very happy there. Looking forward to hearing your updates. Yeah, me too. And Manila, like, yeah, I hope your move is fine. He says, as Sula, just picking my moment. I've been going to the Philippines since 1983. Wow. Talk about having some serious frequent flyer miles. You are considered a traveler. I don't think I'm in the category of being a traveler yet. I mean, I've been to and from the Philippines twice now. Here once, back home, here again now. So, yeah. Wow, you're a traveler, Martin. Oh my gosh, Chief. Damn. Where in the hell have you been? You know, you make a live stream when you show up. Hell, I had a live stream yesterday. I didn't see you. Ray had a live stream. I don't think I saw you there. Maybe I lose track, but I know I always notice when you're not there. I notice when a lot of people aren't here, so I don't want people to feel slighted. But Chief is just, I don't know. He's got he's a great name, and he always makes me laugh. He always talks about how him and Ray are always going to get in trouble, which is probably true. And I miss when he says, "Time for a drink, Ray." Hey, Chief, I'm drinking a coffee. And one of those, you know where I could get the coffee because of you. So thank you. My coffee is in honor of you. I can't wait till Chief comes to the Philippines. That'll be cool. But yeah, Chief says, hello, friends. Manila says, hey, sorry to bounce around. Hello, Chief. Martin says, hi, Chief. Chief says, hello, Martin. Sula says, good night, everyone. See you all soon. Sleep well, Sula. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You make my mornings great. Make my morning coffee talk awesome. Couldn't do it without you guys, all of you. Chief says, hello, Sula. Sula says, Chief, I was worried about you. So glad to see you. Thanks for the last day. You were looking out for me. I appreciate your kindness. I was just going to bed. Chief says, Sula, I didn't think what was said to you was respectful, and I had to say something. Yeah, Chief don't put up with that stuff either. I kind of like it. Neither does David. I'm surprised I haven't seen David. I hope David's doing good. He's another guy. Don't make him angry, because he's gonna turn green into the Hulk, like the Hulk, the original Hulk. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. So I hear you, Chief. I don't like disrespecting people either. Sula says, I try to defend myself, but I could see you were meaning well for everyone, and so glad to see you here. You're a really good person. Yes, Chief is a very good person. You look out for people, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you. Amen, and cheers to that, Sula. Props to Chief. Chief is the best. One of the best. You guys are all the best. I love everybody. It's funny because the only way I ever talk to all you guys, I don't get to hear your voice. I can only imagine your voices through your comments. And it's like I have these, I don't know, imaginary voices for all you. It's kind of weird. Never thought of it that way, but that's kind of how it is. My apologies, wiping off my phone. Chief says, I was raised to be respectful, and I require it for any of my friends too. I agree with that. Respecting people is the easiest thing in the world to do. So easy to respect people, but unfortunately, it seems like it's very easy for people to disrespect people as well. What a world we live in. Chief says, Sula, no problem, ma'am. I'm trying to find out where my cool zone is for my butt. All right, this is cooler on this side. Sula, no problem, ma'am. Sula says, great way to be. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Good night, all. Good night, Sula. Get some good sleep. We'll be thinking about you. Chief says, good night, Sula. Sula says, thanks, Michael. Good night. Of course, always. Now we got caffeine. Hey, your name is what I'm drinking. Double espresso latte. I am from the United States, but I'm currently in the beautiful Philippines. I'm in the Philippines, my friend. Mate. So you must be, mate? Are you like Australia, maybe, if I'm guessing, mate? But thanks for being here. I like your name. Caffeine is actually a good name for your account. But yeah, where are you from, Caffeine? Welcome. Give me a thumbs up. You're not a subscriber and you're interested in my channel, give me a subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. But thank you for being here. Martin says, you might be right about sick grandpa, but he's going to get his bass kicked. Yeah, that's the one thing is like you're gonna rub somebody the wrong way, Martin. Although he seems like a really pretty big dude, but then again, I don't know how mobile he is. But yeah, you gotta watch what you say, because you might be surprised. You might run into somebody that you say something and they don't like it and they don't care and they go off on you. So yeah, you got to be careful of that. That's why I always try to take the approach, even with somebody that's being disrespectful to me. I guess I have a tolerance level, and I try to kill them with kindness. At least I try. I think it's better to, I don't know, try and get people to be happy in this world, just to get along. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm always willing to try. But I have my bad days too, like everybody else. Like, you know, I'm sure it wouldn't take much for somebody to set me off, I guess. But at least being here in the Philippines, I'm much more relaxed. And I mean, it's obvious why maybe I ever acquired a short temper. That's from when I lived in the United States. Living in the US, I think that environment created my attitude, which gave me bad temper at times. And here, my whole temper, my whole attitude is changing here in the Philippines. It's definitely changing. And I like that. It's for the better. Shell G says, hello Shell G, welcome here. Glad to see you. Thank you for giving your time to be in my live stream. My name is Michael. I'm an American from the United States, living abroad here in the Philippines, just talking amongst my friends. So your question is, can a single female American live off 2,000 USD dollar each month? Not a city person. In the Philippines, can you live off of $2,000? Yeah, you're living really good. You can live off 1,000. You can live off 1,000 USD in the Philippines very easily and live very well, actually. Yeah, you can definitely live off of $2,000. No problem, Shell G. Thank you for being here. Like and subscribe if you're interested. But yeah, definitely. Bama in the Philippines. Hey, Bama. I like when I see people that I know. Hello, hey guys, have a great day. Yes, beautiful day. I apologize for the wind. It's just a nice breeze off the ocean today, and I'm trying to, it's coming through my back, so I try to block out the wind. I didn't bring my mics, didn't even think about it. I didn't want to bring a backpack, so my pocket's already full with a bunch of stuff as it is. My glasses in my case, my power bank, my wallet, my AirPods. Yeah, so I apologize for the audio. But thank you, Bama, for being here. How are things with you? How's the weather? Chief says, hello, Bama. The art chair says, the sick individual, not even going to say channel name, hate is hate. It's like the lyrics from that Who song, gonna hate, you gonna forsake you. Let's forget you better still. Yeah, that is, I agree. You know, haters are gonna hate. But again, I'm not gonna allow anybody's hate to like rain on my parade. I like sunshine, so for me personally, I always try to be the better person. Again, I have my moments when I react in a way that is I don't want to be. So like, I want to be happy and be nice and kind to everybody. And I'm a work in progress, but I'm much happier and much better. Not that I don't think I was just a nasty, hateful person. I wasn't perfect. And I've taken the mindset that I just want to try and kill people with kindness. Because if I get angry at them, I almost feel like I'm no different than them, and then they've won. So, and maybe by me being a better, nicer, and not reacting in a negative way, maybe that'll help like change and inspire them to be a better person. I mean, that's at least what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I know it's tough, but you don't see a lot of that here in the Philippines, despite his channel. Like I said, you guys know more about it than I do. The only reason I became familiarized with it is Martin, or one of you guys mentioned him before, and then it actually came up in my timeline on YouTube, and I was like, oh, that must be the guy they're talking about. I kind of just chuckled, and I'm just like, who knows why his reasons are for being like that. Why is this sticking? Bam in Philippines says, hi, Chief. Che is here. Det Valones, hi, I'm good. Chief says, hit the like, please. Yeah, guys, thank you. If you want to, if you like it. See, I always tell people, maybe you don't like it. So don't say you like something if you don't like it. It won't hurt my feelings. Or don't even subscribe if you're not interested. Don't do me favors. I want people to like and subscribe is because they really want to. I don't want them to be guilted into doing it. Because I certainly wouldn't be guilted into doing something. But thank you, Chief. GW Yasha says, hello, Chief, what's up? Chief says, GW, hello. GW says, I'm drinking a black coffee. Mine's not black, but cheers to the coffee. I don't know where the hell Ray is. It's funny, Chief, you're here and Ray isn't. Imagine that. Manila Martin says, Ray doesn't need any help getting in trouble. He's one man liberty risk. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the one live stream he did, it was with him and his friends. I couldn't even watch it. Like, between the comments, and it was just, I felt like I was getting dizzy watching the comments, trying to keep up. It was like absolutely crazy. That was wild. But yeah, like I tell people, if I even drank a quarter of what Ray was drinking, maybe in less than a quarter, I'd probably be dead. Yeah, I couldn't drink that. GW with a great comment says, everyone make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, GW. It'll be nice, but if they do, they do. They don't, they don't. I'm just glad that I have somebody, you guys here, supporting my channel. You know, that's what's awesome when I see people, my friends. The heck? Shell G says, do a budget to live in the Philippines. You know what, Shell G? I'll work on that for you. I would probably have to take some notes instead of like shooting off the cuff and telling you, but just so you know, Shell G, your $2,000 is more than enough per month. And I'm sure anybody else that's here, that's in the Philippines, could chime in and break it down for you. But then again, you know, it's more than enough, but I don't know what's good enough for you here. Like, what kind of living arrangements do you need? What do you need to eat daily? Do you like Philippine food? Would you like it? Public markets everywhere, fruits, vegetables. Like, I could get into great detail and share my experiences so far. And you can find very nice apartments here. You have to look. Sometimes they're hidden. Like, it's not, you know, and some are on Facebook Market or whatever. You can find places, but there's a lot of places that are not put on Facebook Market. You have to, sometimes it helps who you know here. Actually, I'm gonna put my power bank on the back of my phone just because I'm at like 50. Hold on, people. But now my phone gets that much heavier, but so yeah, that's another thing. Like Shell G, you have to think about what type of a lifestyle is good enough for you here in the Philippines. And I can get more into that with you. You can reach out to me. Now, to my channel, my Instagram is linked to my bio on my channel. I'd be more than willing to help you break down things on it personally too. But yeah, like I've thought about doing a live or doing a video breaking down what I'm spending per month. But to me, it's also important. Like I said, $2,000 is more than enough. But The idea is to find something that you like, you're comfortable with, and if you can also save money while you're here to give you opportunities to travel other places while you're here, if you're going to come here, you know, more or less on a full-time basis, you definitely you want that extra money to travel, and it's very cheap to travel to go all over Asia. But yeah, Shell G, great questions. I will look into that for you because I appreciate that you coming here and asking me that. Archer says, remember to check out the English teaching with camp. Yes, you're right, Archer. That's something I definitely, you know, and I'm just being transparent, honest. I love YouTube. I want to do it. The main reason behind me doing YouTube was to share my story and to inspire others to come to the Philippines. But I would be lying to you if I said the opportunity to make money from YouTube to help me while I'm here, to be able to save money to buy extra equipment or save money to make more trips than maybe I would on my current pension that I'm on. I'd be lying to say that I'm not hoping that YouTube, it becomes something and then monetize, and I can provide more for you guys, for everybody else, to help grow the channel. I'd be a lying fool if I said I'm not interested in being monetized. I took that into account when I came here to the Philippines. I'm strictly living off of savings and my pension currently. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I did smart stuff when I was younger to set me up for this situation. But yeah, like I took into account, well, maybe I thought coming here, maybe if I do YouTube at the recommendation of some very highly respected other YouTubers that are much more established than me, thought I should do it, thought my personality would be good for it, and they really think I could thrive. But it all comes down to me and God willing. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. Like, what I get monetized will help me to provide more content for my channel, if that makes sense. So yeah, I would never say that anybody who says that they're not into YouTube, and in my opinion, and says monetization means absolutely nothing, I find that hard to be true, but it's possible. Hold on. Chief says, Bama, I'm from West Virginia. Yeah, he lives right below me. I'm from Pennsylvania, and sound like someone that's never been to town. I can just imagine your voice, Chief. I got it in my brain. I think I'm gonna know you when you already get here. I hear that voice. It's time for you to get a drink, right? But I could be wrong. But I would love your voice, regardless of how it sounds. But I create these little, I don't know, voices as to who everybody is. Shell G says, thank you, Michael. Or Michelle 50. Looking to move, love to travel and water and outdoors. Then Shell G, this is your place to come to. I love the outdoors. I hate being indoors in the Philippines. I hate it. I wouldn't be here. That's why. The studio apartment that I'm waiting on. Studio. Little kitchen. Little bedroom area. Nice bathroom, nice shower. Heated shower if you need to convert the hot water. Brand new. Right in the center of the city. I want that to be my home base. 15,000 pesos per month, or 16, around there is what it would be per month. Then I'd probably pay water and electric, which the only time I run the aircon is when I sleep. And then the aircon is off. You wake up, you have windows, let the air and you run fans. You get smart, you save money. You allow yourself to be exposed to the climate, the environment here, then your body adapts to the heat. But my advice to anybody, if you don't like hot weather, then Philippines is probably not for you. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't out and about. I would just stay home in the US or live somewhere that was cold. And I definitely don't like that. So Shell G, thank you again. And definitely subscribe. Look at my Instagram. Friend me on Instagram. And the way you find my Facebook, which I should just put my Facebook link on my YouTube sometime. It's just Michael Lee Scheller. Michael, L-E-E, Lee Scheller, S-H-E-L-L-E-R. Then you can find my Facebook. I can't post it from here because I don't have two devices. Chief Pounder Hard says, hello, Shell. Yes, welcome, Shell, here. Sharice is here. Hello, saying hi again from Washington State. I love your channel content. Sharice, welcome back. I hope you're still here. Sorry, I just got to your comment right now. I love shouting out people that show up. I get a little carried away. I guess women we consider to talk a lot, chatty Cathy's. I would be considered chatty Chucky, but I don't think you guys would be interested in my channel if I didn't talk. But maybe I talk too much. Bama in Philippines says, preparing for pork belly grill night and wondering, preparing for a pork belly grill night and wondering if it would also be another typhoon party. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Does anybody have an update on how that hurricane was tracking? I looked at it the other day, Bama, and it was too far away and it wasn't really giving any indication from the radar thing that I have where it was tracking. And my experience in Florida is those hurricanes can, like, on a dime can just move. But any update? Chief, damn, you're killing me. Chief Pounder Hard has given me a super chat and I'm losing track. You spoil me silly, Chief, but I love you for what you do, brother. I love you for what you do. It'll be coffee and it'll go towards how about this? That'll go towards Starlink. Any of the stuff I get, I want to put it towards Starlink, at least to get the Starlink mini device, because I don't even know how much that costs. I really got to ask James and Karen again. I know they said the price of the device, and then if I remember correctly, Karen kind of said they spend 4,000 plus pesos a month for like the service per month. Obviously, I'm on data here. It costs, just to get unlimited data for the day, 24 hours of 30 pesos. I do have a monthly thing, but it's through Smart, and it doesn't seem to work. I don't know what the problem is. But so I've been just spending an extra 30 pesos a day just to have unlimited data so I don't get bumped from you guys. But Chief Pounder Hard, shout out over and over and over and over and over again to you. My West Virginian friend, just south of me, connects to the state of Pennsylvania. God bless you. Thank you again, over and over. I don't know how to thank you. So yeah, basically every coffee I've been getting lately has been on Chief, because Chief, what a heart. I've never had anybody do this to me. You humble me all the time, Chief. You really do. And weren't you still, what's the latest? You were waiting on getting a passport or something, Chief. Have you done that? Where are you at in the process of that? I remember when I first got my passport, Chief, I thought, I allow myself to get overwhelmed by the littlest things, but it was so easy to get the passport. You get the paperwork. I went to a Rite Aid, because Rite Aid actually takes photos that you need, close-ups for the little picture you need to take, and they do it right in the Rite Aid or a CVS. You put that on the paperwork. You just fill out all the paperwork, get a check. I got the expedited. I paid a little extra just to get it right away, which I had it within less than a week. You go to the post office, they're kind of schooled and all, like, they're in the whole passport process. It was very easy. So if you ever need any questions, Chief, I can help you out with that. It is much easier than I thought. Wow, Chief, yes, I know. He's the best, GW. GW says, hello, Shell G. I love whenever you guys all shout out everybody, too. I think it's a good thing to do, especially if you can keep up. But when you have as little people as I do, I'm not adding any stress to your lives by shouting people out, but everybody deserves it, like everybody does. Do you recommend buying a house or a condo versus renting? I eat anything I cook too. I would rent. I would definitely rent. I wouldn't buy right now. You can do that later. Give yourself, Shell G, an opportunity to kind of visit different locations until, like, my opinion is, like, how I foresee my future. Yes. Could I eventually own a house? Yes. But I want to have a home base, a place that I like. I prefer the nature province area. And again, I can get babbling on this whole topic, but short and simple and to the point, Shell G, I would rent in the beginning. And that's good that you cook. I personally like to cook. Now my girlfriend cooks, but I recommend cooking, eating. It's obviously less expensive. I don't like eating out all the time. And I love Philippine food too. Some people don't like Philippine food. Or maybe it just takes time for you to adapt to it also. But yes, I would definitely rent. Shell G. Manila Gorilla says, at Shell, you really should rent first and make sure you're in the place you want to stay. See, exactly what Martin says. That's exactly what I would say. You wanna rent. Now, if you want to get a hotel the first couple weeks, obviously you might have to do that, unless you can find something from the U.S. before you come here, which I think you're in the U.S. That's great too, but sometimes pictures can throw you off a little bit on these apartments. I think it's better, at least in my experience, to see them up close and in person, because I've seen apartments that I thought looked nice online, Facebook Market, and then when I was there, the pictures look better than the actual apartment. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it's also good that you're in this live stream and you make friends with all of us, because we can help you too. You know what, you got to figure out what's most important. Are you okay with the heat? That's fine. Do you need the ocean nearby to you? That's fine. Do you want to live in a city but then be able to venture out and go to places? That's good. See, here I can live here. That port behind me, the port, you take a boat 40 minutes over there to the other island, Siquijor. You can explore Siquijor. There's a lot of places you can connect right here from Dumaguete. A lot of foreigners come here to start because it's like the starter island, I guess you could say. A lot of people do that. But yeah, good questions, Shell. I like when we get somebody like this, we can help. And I like that you cook, that's good. Martin says, at Shell, you should really rent first and make sure. Yes. Ray said, hey, what's good? Damn, Ray, about time. Chief's tired of telling me to take a drink of coffee. He knows that coffee's not having the same effect on me as that shot of Tanduay has on you. But welcome, Ray. We're all good. There, see, Chief just said it, Ray. It's time for a drink. So you could sneak and actually not take a drink, Ray, and we'd all believe you. Hot Martin says the Liberty Risk is here. I like that name, Liberty Ray. Liberty Risk Ray, LRR is here. Chief says, Ray, Michael was asking where you were. Of course, I'm always asking where Ray's at. I figured maybe Ray had a rough night and he slept in today. I don't know. Or he's cooking something. Or his friends are still there and he's helping them out, entertaining them. Ray's a busy guy. Maybe his voice, well, he don't need to talk here. So yeah, I can't use that as an excuse. Sometimes I think Ray's voice goes too. He does a lot of talking. Ray says, I sent you a message, Chief, checking on you. The archer said, wait, I gotta go down to, who the hell? All right. Damn, Chief. Now you're freaking adding to my Starlink Punk fund. Oh my gosh. What in the world are you doing? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Chief, are you drinking right now? Are these your dollar bills that could potentially go to some other cause? Chief, God love you. Damn. You're spoiling me. All right? You're super spoiling me. But I'm running out of words, Chief, other than say thank you over and over again. Starlink, here I come. That's what I'm doing. But I don't expect you to take care of that. I don't expect anybody to take care of that. But I'm like anticipating that, having a backpack and putting the Starlink Mini in the backpack, and I'm going to be able to. I want to walk everywhere, and not just here either. Thank you, Chief. I'm going to keep honoring you the rest of this chat. Our chair said you should pursue multiple and separate income streams. Good advice for anyone these days. Yeah, that's true too. I always joke with Ray, he could actually have another channel too. He could have a cooking channel. I like to cook, don't get me wrong, and And my food was good when I made it at home, and a lot of people would always ask me to cook stuff. But like anything in life, if you don't enjoy something, enjoy doing something, you're probably not going to be very good at it. So I like to cook, so that's probably why it turns out good. But now I'm really spoiled with Che, and if I want her to make anything like Italian or American type food, I could just show her once and she'll remember how to make it. Che's a very good cook. She's just very shy and underestimates herself and doesn't think that she doesn't think she's as good of a cook as she is. Let me see. Chief says, Ray, I will check soon as this live is done, brother. Shell G says, my ex-husband now lives in Thailand. He said it wasn't safe for a female to live in Asia alone. I have solo traveled and always felt safe. I'm confident and street smart. I have 5 years to travel. Shell G, you're fine. I've seen many female foreigners here and they're fine. Would I recommend at certain times of the day, as I would even recommend even anywhere in the world, that have a friend or a companion with you, maybe in certain areas at certain times, of course. But the fact that you traveled and you're already saying street smart, honestly, I feel safer here than I did in the United States. That's not to say that you should never be always looking around and be aware of your surroundings. But yeah, so your ex is in Thailand. Hey, it's time for you to get out and live life. But yeah, $2,000 a month would be more than enough, Michelle. More than enough. Ray says, everybody is happy when I show up. I'm popular. Yeah, my mood, man. I was so grumpy, Ray, before you got here. And then you showed up. I'm like, oh, man, Ray's here. I got to keep the live going. I was so bummed out. Ask everybody. I was miserable. They're like, Mike, you're not doing too well. What's wrong with you? And then Chief showed up, so I felt a little better. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm always happy in the Philippines, Ray. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Damn, the back of this phone's getting hot. I might have to move over here. I'm gonna move over here just because I'm not under much protection. And my labut in Bisaya, labut means butt. I'm gonna move over here, or yeah, because I gotta have the wind at my back. And I'm gonna walk slow just so this data doesn't cut me off. But yeah, Ray, thank you for being here. About time. You don't need to give me any reason. He said he was just checking on you. Chief Pounder Heart says, Shell G, I'm sure you will be fine, ma'am. Yeah, I'm sure she will be fine too, Chief. I kind of respect the fact that a woman's willing to come over here, female, on her own. You don't usually see that many female expats here, travelers, foreigners. I don't. But speaking of the devil, just as I say that, I'm going to show you something. Not that you're right in front of me where I'm walking. You're going to see this female. She's a foreigner. And it's funny, we're just talking about this Shell G, and now we're here. But yeah, see, she's a foreigner, so they do come here. What a beautiful day, man. But like I told people, the port, Cebu is behind there. Over there, you can't really see behind the 2025. That's where Siquijor is. But I'm gonna come over here and try and chill my butt because that wall is getting too damn hot. And then you gotta watch the ants. Sometimes I get these damn ants, and yes, they get in my pants and they freaking bite. Hopefully this wind doesn't affect it. Maybe it's better I'm over here. Maybe it's not that loud. All right, let me catch up here. I'm talking too much. Ray says, I was going to call Michael, but saw he was on trying to schedule a live stream with him and Che. Yes, and I'm also, Ray, I'm going to send you, I have several pictures I'm going to send you of her and I together that we've recently taken, and you can use whatever one you think is best. I'm going to verify with Che because I always have to check with her and ask her if she thinks she thinks she looks good enough in the image. So I'll check with her first, but I have a bunch that I've been actually using for like thumbnails and stuff. So I'll send it to you. Actually, when I get off, I'll send them to you. And then I'll verify with Che which one, and then I'll tell you which one to use, if that's all right. Ray. But yeah, Che and I are gonna be doing a live stream with Ray soon. So that's something for everybody to look forward to. We've never done that before. We've done interviews, interviews on YouTube, but never a live stream. So Ray will be the first host to host Che and I for a live stream. It's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. Hey, Bill Myers here. Welcome, Bill. How's your day going, my friend? Thank you for showing up. Just me, something simple, Michael, hanging out at the boulevard. I'm under shade now because I was getting my butt was getting hot. That wall, again, cooks you. And I was in some direct sunlight for quite a while, so gotta be safe and smart, not getting too much direct sunlight. Also, slowly enjoying my coffee. Sharice, wait a minute, hold on. So Bill had said, hi Mike, Ray, Chief. Yes, hello to everybody. Hello to you, Bill. Thank you for being here. This wouldn't be alive without you guys. Sharice says, LOL, no worries, all good. Hey, everybody say hi to Sharice. Sharice is new, and I'm glad she's here. And yeah, we're building this little community. This is fun. Plus, I'm a foreigner from America, used to talking a lot. Ray can relate. We need to talk. And then we're hoarse the rest of the day. Ray in the Philippines says, hey, Bill. Chief Pounder Hard says, Ray, that sounds like a great stream. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And it should be lots of laughing, especially if Ray's drinking during a live stream. But I don't think Ray's going to drink during the interview. I think we might see a different side of Ray, although I'm just kidding. He's probably going to be very professional. He's going to be the interviewer. This is going to be like a live broadcast interview from the Ray channel. It's going to be awesome. Yes, Ray says, I sent him the question list. He was supposed to send me a picture of a thumbnail. Yes, I'm getting that, Ray. Like I said, I just wanted to get some more other ones. Sometimes I save some of them, but sometimes I just have so many of pictures of Che and I don't save them all. All right, here we go. This is a good, Martin tells me my Starlink is $80 odd per month here. So basically, and now do you have the Starlink Mini, Martin? How much is the actual device that I have to use? And then you're saying $80 a month, which again, when I had T-Mobile, which didn't work with a darn here, it was $50 a month. That's what I was paying in the US. So if it's only $80 a month for Starlink, that's only $30 more. I think I can make that happen. You just have to budget certain things. Like I said, I have a budget that I stick to. I want to be able to save money from not only my savings, but from my retirement and my pension. And I always tell people, if I didn't have my pension, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't be here. Unless I stumbled across a lot of money that I could get away with it, and my YouTube just became a big success. But yeah, if I was still living in the United States, I would probably have moved at some point or be moving from Pennsylvania to Florida. But then if I was still living in the United States, I'd still be working. Plain as simple, I'd still be working. I couldn't afford, to live in the US and not be working. So thank you for that, Martin. I don't know if you have the Mini or not, but, oh, so Ray says we'll be cheaper here, Martin. All right. And again, Chief, going through your second super chat of my live. God bless you. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your awesome, happy personality, always being here when you can, and you add it, as does everybody. You add an element to my live stream, and I like it, especially when you can tell Ray to get a drink. It just wouldn't be the same without you telling Ray to get a drink. GW says, wow, Chief, that was okay. NHA says, I'm still here. Hey, Ray. GW says, amazing. Ray in the Philippines says, I'll eventually get a Starlink Mini. Yeah, I just think that's, to take the next step, especially for me, walking all over the place, Now I'll be able to share where I'm at. And that makes me excited, because I get excited when I walk all over the place, and you just stumble across so many things. Even if I'm just here in Dumaguete walking around, there's always some sort of activity, something going on, something interesting to see. So that's why I'm fired up. And then, yeah, you throw in the whole fact, hey, I'm going to Siquijor today. Take you on the boat, take you over to the island, let you see all these things. And again, I want to inspire each and every one of you to come to the Philippines if possible, if health allows you, finances allow you. And I get it, some people, health can't make a trip this far. I get it, financially, some people can't. So I feel it is my obligation to allow people that can't get here or be here to be able to live their life in my shoes, through my eyes. And that's just, to me, the best feeling in the world. And because that's what I did before I came here. I was living my life through the eyes of other YouTubers that inspired me to come here. So again, I understand not everybody can come here or have the opportunity, but I'll do my best to put you here in every way possible. Although you're not physically here, I'll do my best. And I enjoy it. And I love nature and being out, waterfalls. Siquijor is awesome for that. I can't wait to go back and take Che there, because she's never been there. So that's coming. That's coming. And I'll try to live stream from Siquijor. Although I've learned with data for now, until I get Starlink, I kind of have to keep my butt in place or I'll lose you guys, and I don't want to do that. Have to get my SRRV first, yeah. But Ray, what happens, I mean, I'm not saying you will or you won't, or you should or you shouldn't, but what happens if you get married? If you get married to a Filipina, doesn't that kind of change with the SRRV? Don't you, other opportunities as far as that related to a visa here in the Philippines change once you're married? Now, I'm not promoting or saying you should marry somebody just for that reason, but SRRVs, they're expensive, right? But you see, you're former military, so you get that discount. Never mind, because I have another friend, former military, that bought the SSRV and was much, much cheaper than what I would have to pay as a civilian. So that's probably what you're getting. GW says hello to Che. And just so you know, yes, Ende Che is Che, my girlfriend. Chief says, Ray, don't try to convince me to drink. I'm not going to convince you to drink, Ray. Or not Ray, Chief. I'm not going to convince you. A cup of coffee sounds good about right now. About right now there, Chief or Ray. Have you had any coffee this morning, Ray? I guess it's very late at night for Chief, so he's probably not drinking coffee. But maybe he is. This is almost gone, so I'm kind of milking it, taking my time, because I don't want to, I drank a lot of water already, and I don't want to have to get the urge to pee, and then I'll have to take you guys into the bathroom again. And then Ray will accuse me of doing a fans only site or something like that, and I don't want to get the flag, get the warning from YouTube for being indecent exposure. Ray says, hey Che, Lynn called back, I'm back. GW's laughing, of course. Between Chief and Ray, when those two go at it, they're like two long lost brothers. Like I said, somebody's gonna probably get arrested before one of the others. But when Chief comes here, I'm expecting Ray to take care of Chief. Well, I'll take care of Chief too, depends on where you're at. I hope we all eventually get to meet each other one way or another. Have like a big YouTube reunion. That would be a lot of fun. Ray says, you never need convincing, Chief. Yeah, Chief, I don't even know if I've ever told you to take another drink. I assume you're drinking right now, but if memory serves me, Chief, aren't you a beer drinker more than like a liquor drinker? Or do you do both? I remember that saying, what was it? Beer before liquor, never sicker. Liquor before beer, never fear. But even if I did liquor before beer, I still got sick. As well as beer, or yeah, beer before liquor, never, or yeah, liquor before beer, never fear. Yeah, I still got sick. But again, it's been such a long time since I drank. I don't even remember. Chief said, laughing at Ray. Ray saying, hi, hey, GW. Che, my girlfriend, saying hello to GW. Look at this, everybody just saying hello. Building a healthy chat. Love it. GW says, welcome Ray, welcome everybody. Det Valone says, hi Ray. No Tagay today. I guess that's Tuande, that drink he drinks. Tanduai. Yeah, I'd like to think it's a little early for him to be drinking, but there could be some occasion going on that, you know, justifies him taking a drink. Maybe he's just drinking coffee. Hello, Chief says, hello, Miss Che. I didn't realize that was you. Yes, that would be Che. She's starting to, you know, come out of her little shell. She's shy, like I said, and which is good. That's probably one thing I love about her. Like, she's shy. She's slowly comes out of her shell. She surprises me sometimes with videos or the live streams. It's like she'll want to take over, not take over, but she'll hold the phone and she'll kind of get involved. And I like seeing that because that helps her with her English, and I want her English to get better. Improves, you know, when the more you do it, the better you're gonna get. But she's getting good. Believe me, there's people that are, I mean, I'm not saying Che's bad, but there's people that aren't as good at English as Che. She's come a long way, and I respect that. I only really speak English, and I know some bad words in Spanish, which really doesn't add anything to the stream. I don't need to be saying bad words. Ray said, just saw I wasn't subbed on this channel. Yes, I guess he's talking to JW. Ray to Philippines says, fix that. Eli, I'm not going to say abandoned souls. Eli says, morning, Eli, welcome here. See, you're another one that's been becoming very consistent. Now, Eli's has a foreigner father and a Filipino mother. I remember that. So, because I remember that from the other day when he asked me. So I'm remembering things. I may get, sometimes it screwed up with some people, but this is another thing. This this allows your brain to work with this live streaming and names and people and YouTube name versus real name. And GW said, Ray, what are you cooking? Maybe some beans with sausage, maybe some bacon. Maybe he's eating some of his chicken skin snacks. That's possible too. Rain in Philippines says, maybe later Det Valones was celebrating Frankie's birthday yesterday. I'm assuming that's a response to if he's drinking yet or cooking yet. I don't remember who asked that question, but Shell G says, it seems as though men have it very easy to find a girlfriend. I assume it would be, and this is Shell G, it seems as though men would have a very easy time to find a girlfriend. I assume it would be harder for a lady to find a boyfriend. Florida, yes, heat okay. Our past summer hit 105 index. See, I love Florida. Love Florida. But back to your question. Now, when I initially came here and I saw very few Western women, foreign women, I would sometimes wonder if it would be more difficult for them to meet, obviously, a Filipino man here. Actually, it's not. I've actually, now I don't see it a lot, and I don't see a lot of, there's less foreign men here in Dumaguete than there was previously when I was here before, because I was living in Bacolod, Philippines for 4 months. I've seen Filipino men with foreign women here. Yeah, I've seen it. Now, it's not a lot. I wouldn't say it's necessarily harder. You just don't see it a lot. So not seeing something a lot, to me, doesn't necessarily scream or say that it would be more difficult, Shell G, for you to meet somebody. Honestly, that would be, if that foreign girl that walked by, if I wasn't doing a live stream, I probably would have, that'd be a good question to ask her, to approach and ask her, say, I don't know if she's here alone, but there's only one way to find out. I could ask somebody, and I do see them random. Now, other foreign women I see here, they're with their foreign boyfriend. I think, you know, I call them the backpack group, like travelers, because they always have backpacks on. Usually it's like foreign boyfriend, girlfriend, or foreign husband and wife, I guess, traveling. Uh, I don't know, Che or Ray or anybody else that are in the Philippines. Have you ever seen a foreign woman with a Filipino? I have seen them, just not much. Uh, Curious on what your guys' thoughts are on that, but don't let that deter you, Shell G. But I don't know, you know, I always give this advice to foreigners coming here. I don't think it's the best idea, unless you meet online prior to coming here. I think the reason you should want to come to the Philippines is because your number one priority, that is. And just my opinion based off of my experiences. I think your main reason for coming to the Philippines should be because you have an interest in the Asian part of the world. You like warm weather, you like nature, you like hiking, third world country, different people, different food. You're just looking to try something different and seeing if you could embrace this culture and maybe potentially live here as like a second home, somewhat full-time basis. And then let the relationship side of things come as if it does. But that's just my opinion. Now, that's from maybe more of a man's perspective. But Shell G, you could also meet a foreign man here as well. I'm not sure if that's something you'd be interested in, but you know, maybe you're more interested in meeting a Filipino, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, a lot of people meet online. They're in LDRs before they come here. But yes, the majority of people here, single people that I see, are men. But there are women that come here. There are women YouTubers that are foreigners that I've seen. They travel all over the Philippines. They have very successful YouTube channels. And you could also do that as well, Shell G. You could start your own channel as a female foreigner in the Philippines. I think that would be a great channel because all I know is in my timeline, I don't see many foreign women Philippine vlogger channels. Could be something you'd do. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in. I never thought I'd be a YouTuber doing this someday, and I'm very new to this and kind of learning on the fly. But that's another thing, Shell G. You know, go with what you want to do that makes you happy. Explore other things. Like you said, your ex is in Thailand. Try things, do something different for you. Explore and kind of make friends, make as many friends as you can. That's another thing I would recommend. Ray in the Philippines says, hi, Eli. Eli says, hi, Ray. Chief says, I appreciate your content and have no problem supporting someone as good as you. Chief, I appreciate you, and there's a lot of people I appreciate. Just supporting my channel in any way, being here. Obviously, Chief, your generosity through your super chats is beyond. I'm humbled. I don't know what else to say. I've never expected that. I've always taken care of myself. Now, yeah, of course, I have friends buy coffee for them, buy coffee for me, exchange dinners, this and that. But meeting somebody as a subscriber, which is a friend now, it's different for somebody to give a super chat like that. So I'm very touched and humbled, and I thank you and I thank God, because I think when I give all the glory to God, that I'm getting things in return through you guys. And that's just my thinking. And the best decision, again, the best decision I ever made was coming to the Philippines. And you guys have all added to that, and you support me. And in any way and every way, and that's why it's a humbling experience. I'll never forget anything about coming here to the Philippines. It's changed my life in so many ways, and it's people like you, Chief, and everybody else, and in all the ways you guys support that my words can't say enough about how you make me feel in here. So thank you with all my heart. My girlfriend Che says, Chief, hello, yeah, I'm Che, haha. Yep, Ende Che. And I guess if you look at her little picture on there, you can see her and I sitting at a melting pot, place we typically go, sushi. We don't get sushi there that much. We haven't gotten it for a while. We like it, but we haven't gotten it there for a while. And the prices of the food they're not too high, they're not too low, they're just right. And you have a variety of, chicken teriyaki, sushi, pad thai noodles. Like, you kind of have a variety. I usually get the chicken katsu burger. I love it, chicken burger, and it's like this kind of white mayonnaise sauce they make, but then there's cabbage, lettuce, tomatoes, and like a light barbecue sauce mixed in with it. It's good, very good. And it's like a little over $2.15, and then they give you French fries. So Che and I, when we're in a pinch and we're kind of behind, it's getting late because I don't like to eat late, we frequent that place. We've been eating out every day since I got back to Dumaguete because we don't have an apartment yet. But we're waiting on that. I still got to go talk to the owner today and see what's the latest and greatest from that. I was close. Ray says I made homemade beanie weenies because I'm gourmet like that. You gonna add any beans to them beanie weenies? They're gourmet. Chef Ray. Sounds good. Che, ready for the interview later. I told her, Ray, I said, Ray wants to give us an interview. We're just gonna have to let him know which day. We'll be ready to do it. And I told her that you sent me like the basic questions, but basically when you ask us stuff, we'll be ready to answer. I know at least I'll be ready to answer. Sometimes I prefer not knowing what I'm gonna be asked, and then I just kind of let it roll, let it fly. So anybody, if you're not subscribed to Ray in the Philippines channel, and I do this and I try to remember with a lot of other channels that I subscribe to, even if they're not in my live stream, Ray in the Philippines, you can subscribe to a channel if you're interested. I never force anybody to do anything, even with mine. Like and subscribe to my channel, but subscribe to Ray so you guys can know when the live with me, interview with me and Che, it'll be us three, we'll be together. Although he'll be in Tagaytay, Philippines, and we'll be here in Dumaguete, but it'll be a collaboration live stream. So anybody's interested, you have that to look forward to. Should be a lot of fun. And I'm sure Ray will keep it interesting. He doesn't even need to try to keep it interesting. It'll just, somehow Ray just makes his live streams a little more interesting without even really trying. And Chief just adds a little incentive to that because I'm sure Chief will be there for that live, or I at least hope so. And I'll probably tell Ray to take a drink during the live, and I'll be laughing. That'll make my day. Damn, keep sitting this coffee down, it almost blows over. Just have to finish it. Where are we at here? I'm surprised this has been going so long. This is good though. We got people here. Chief says Ray is a good cook. Oh yeah, he's a good cook, no doubt. But he's even a better cook because he enjoys doing it, and you can see that in his preparation and his cooking and the time he puts it into it, and his attention to detail. Yeah, it's like one of those things, Chief. If you don't like doing something, chances are you're not going to be good at it. Eli says, good at cooking, but not at singing. Haha, that's funny, Eli. Eli, remind me, were you here the other day when Che and I were doing a live stream and we had our young little Filipino friend here, JW, John Wade, and he was singing for us during the live? Were you here for that? 12-year-old kid, man, he's awesome. He is so good. Che just sounds like Johnny Cash when he sings, when he does his karaoke. That's why I just want to hear him sing Johnny Cash or even Kenny Rogers, somebody with a deep voice. Like even Kenny Rogers. I don't know if Kenny Rogers' voice is as deep as Johnny Cash, but Che says, I don't know, Ray. Haha. Charit, I always feel safe. Everybody loves me. Nobody hurts the ones they love. Yeah, that's the attitude I take. I mean, if you don't love yourself, you got to love yourself first and foremost. That's the most important thing. And then I think everything else follows. Chief says, Ray, you haven't a drink yet? I don't know. He could say he was, but we wouldn't know whether he was or wasn't. But Ray would be honest. If Ray would say in this chat right now he's taking a drink, I would believe him. I would definitely believe him. He don't lie about that. Homie don't lie about that. Ray in the Philippines says, I'll make you look good, Che. Uh-oh, Che. Say make you look good. I think Che looks pretty good. She's beautiful already. So I guess Ray's is going to enhance her look beautiful. Ray in the Philippines says, not that it's hard to do that. Maganda Che. See, of course, he's reading my mind already. GW says, amazing. Eli says, hi. GW says, hello. Chief says, hello, abandon, which that's Eli. Yes, I'm Eli. Chief says, hello, Eli. Eli says, hi, Chief. Hi. Ray says, Che doesn't take bad photos too, Maganda. Yeah, it's hard for her to take a bad photo. Only time she probably doesn't take a good photo is if she's grumpy. And that only happens if she's hungry, sleepy, or that time of the month. All understandable. But it's crazy to ever think a little Filipina could get grumpy. Like, they're so tiny and small, you wouldn't expect a little typhoon to come out of them. But it happens. But I laugh about it now. That's funny. Ray says, I'm trying to butter her up so she won't be too shy. She's getting better, Ray. It'll be interesting though. I don't think she'll be too bad on the live stream, Ray. I think she'll be fine. She's familiar with you. She sees me watching you all the time. Bandon, what's up? JW saying hi to Eli. Shell G, who's obviously the foreigner, female, interested in coming to the Philippines, and I hope she does. She says hello. Bill says, Chief, hi. Eli says, oh, GW, I'm Eli. GW says, is there any drone gimbal that should follow you wherever you go? What do you think about it? I have my DJI gimbal that I can set up to follow me. I have yet to use it as a following me. I have taken it out on occasion, hooked my phone up to it to use it. But I tend to just hold my phone. But I do need, like, to get better shots, to have the phone like further away, I need to use that. I've kind of just, I don't know why. I have a nice piece of equipment, I need to use that. So, yeah, but I do have the DJI, like my mics, and they make the drones. I don't have a drone, obviously. Someday, maybe. That would add a whole other element, especially here. Next to Starlink, that's on my list. Starlink and maybe another phone, potentially. Those are the next two on my list. As a YouTuber, I've learned you need to have two phones. So we'll see what happens in that regard. But they do have drones that do follow you. You can target yourself and the drone will follow you also. Sorry, GW, I just like kind of reread your question. They do have a drone that you can have follow you around. I think DJI has a drone like that, I'm pretty sure. Chief says, Bill Meyer, hello friend. Bill says hello. Oh, David, thank David, you're here. I was asking about you a while back in the chat, and I just figured you're busy. Obviously, you're still in California. How you feeling today, David? If anybody doesn't know David, he's the one that has the green, his green name. He loves it to be green. The reason he's green is because he is my one and only solo member, and he wanted to be a member, which I thank him. That's so nice of him to do that. My first and only member, but when you become a member, it makes your name green. And David likes to be different, which I like that too. So say hello to David. He's a very cool, I made him a moderator, then it turned it blue. And he's like, hey, I don't want to be moderator. And then it didn't dawn on me. I was like, oh yeah, it turned him blue. I thought it was going to keep him green. But David's now in California and will be coming to the Philippines very soon. Ray's going to be hanging out with him. I think they're going to be palling together, and it's going to be awesome. So yeah, David's coming to the Philippines. So yay, David's coming. I'm excited. And how you feeling, buddy? Still each day better and better, healing up good? Ray says, hey, David. Bill says, hey, David. David says, hi, Ray. Chief says, David Jessup, hope you're doing good. Yeah, we're always thinking about you, especially when something unfortunate happens to somebody that puts them in the hospital. You don't ever want to see that happen to anybody. But I'm excited. David says, hi, Bill. David says, hi, Chief. Ray in the Philippines says, he's getting all packed up, Chief. I'm nearly as excited. I'm sure he is. Yeah, like, I remember the first time I was coming here, and I was so fired up, and I mean, I never flew that far on a plane. I mean, I never traveled that far, so I can only imagine all the anxiety and emotion and adrenaline David has going on right now. That's so awesome. I'm so ready. I like it when people come here, you know, even if you don't necessarily meet them right away. It's going to be exciting. And hey, Ray, if you're in this helicopter with David, you need to get some helicopter footage for a video. Try to live stream if it's possible, but if not, you'll have some great content traveling in a helicopter. That would be really, really awesome. I know I certainly would do that if I was in a helicopter. GW says, hello, David Jessup. David says, hey, GW. Chief says, Ray, it's 11:33 p.m. here. That's right. You guys have daylight savings now, which I still don't understand why daylight savings is even a thing. Ray, it's 11:33 p.m. here. Past time for a drink. Here, here. Yep, I'm with you, Chief. Time for Ray to get a drink. Shell G says, monthly bills USA, I'm averaging $7K a month. Holy crap. Expenses are very high. Car insurance, car payments, rent, everything is much higher than I'm killing my savings every month. I don't own a car here. I have no desire to own a car. I don't own a motorbike here. No desire right now because I can get everywhere on foot, and I love to walk as it is. I'm not saying if I didn't have a motorbike I wouldn't use it, but I probably wouldn't use it very much. So if I ever get a motorbike, it'll be to rent it, probably in a more province area where I'm more comfortable driving, because the traffic here is very different in the Philippines. Now, obviously you can't see the car, like motorbikes and stuff going by, but it's pretty calm right now. It's only early afternoon, but yeah, those expenses, Shell G, sound insane. And again, if you're telling me you can have $2,000 a month expenses, like I said, it's what I don't know what your tastes are or what your expectations are for living quarters, living environment, situation, how much, what's good enough, what's good, not good enough. But I know I came from a very materialistic life in the United States and adapted very easily, letting go, and you kind of realize you don't need many clothes. Walking shoes, I do because I walk everywhere. So I probably spend the most money on my walking shoes. Nicer sneakers, comfortable. Brooks. I'm a Brooks, only Brooks, not Nike, not any of those other brands. I think Brooks are the best. I'm just biased towards Brooks. But if you can find an apartment, I don't know what's good enough for you. Like you can live very well on $1,000 a month. Ask Ray, he'll tell you. And 15,000 pesos a month on a nice apartment. I guess that's like what, Ray, roughly 300 or something. I don't know exactly. I know the value of the dollar fluctuates, but Shell, yeah. When I went back to the US in March after being here in the Philippines, I had to sell my car. I sold my car very quickly, the website. I think it began with a G. I can't remember what it was. It was like one name. They basically, you go on there, you put all the details of your car. They shoot you a value, what they're gonna buy your car for, which mine was very good. They come and pick up your car, and they basically verify that, like what you said, like your car works, mileage. My car was in mint condition, and I got the money basically deposited in my account the same day. So I got rid of my car. Yeah, car insurance, all that stuff. That's very expensive. Yeah, and you would be killing your savings. Shell, the worst thing you can do is you can come here and you hate it. I haven't met anybody that's come here and hates it, but I guess it's always possible. But there's other places you can go other than the Philippines too. You don't have to come to the Philippines. You could go to Vietnam. Prices are cheaper there. Obviously, Thailand's even cheaper than here. Maybe even nicer certain parts. Food costs less in Thailand. Food costs less in Vietnam. I mean, I've always wanted to go to Japan, but I don't think Japan is considered inexpensive. But that's always just a place that I've always wanted to go to. Let me see here. GW says, let's go, 11:33. Eli says, I need to play with my little brother. Yeah, Eli, if your little brother needs someone to play with, you probably should do that. Goodbye, Eli. You're always welcome. Thank you for being here, as always, my friend. We'll catch up with you again later. GW says, bye. Okay, Eli, have a good time either way. Either way, have a good time either way with your brother. David says, yes, Ray, I have to come. I got a renter moving in my house on the 20th. Got the paperwork done today. Good for you, David. Sounds like things are moving along just perfectly for you. I think that was the most stressful thing about coming to the Philippines. It wasn't actually coming to the Philippines. It was taking care of business at home before I got here. Ray in the Philippines says, I'm still going with SRRV over 13A marriage visa. All right. Elliot James says gay. That's unfortunate. Hey, if you're gay, that's good for you. I'm as straight as a nail, and my girlfriend is a Filipina. But hey, to each his own, my brother. Thank you for being here, Elliot James. Endo Chase says, just wait for me, haha, so I can say hi. I guess you mean wait for you here. And Ray says, you're the star, Che. Yeah, I'm not the star. Nobody's interested in seeing me. That's typical, though. I understand that. I'd rather see Che than see myself also. David says, yes, Ray, we will get your SRRV done, and I will, oh, look who showed up, and I will get all I can. Look at that. Look who's here. Well, why don't you sit over here in the shade, because I'm not getting up yet. Where are you going?
I'm waiting my mom.
You're
gonna stop there and say,
all right.
hello guys, I'm here.
Now I'm done with that. I'm tired of that thing falling over here.
Oh boy.
All right, so Che's here. We'll see how my power bank holds up with the percentage of battery. But Shell G, have you considered TikTok platform? I have TikTok, Shell G. I have some videos on it, but I never really got into it. At the recommendation of a lot of people, they think I should use all platforms. They think YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Yeah, they think I should take advantage of all those channels, and they're probably right. Boy, Che, you smell like chocolate.
Right.
She smells like chocolate. Some body spray she puts on.
I look like chocolate.
Look at her sweat.
Oh boy. Because my skin look like a chocolate.
Oh, so she looks like chocolate, so she wants to smell like
But
chocolate.
Ray, you don't need to enhance my picture and everything.
Beauty.
Yeah, my beauty. Natural. I want natural picture.
She has natural beauty.
Natural beauty.
But yeah, Shell G, I've considered that, and You're not the first person to mention using other platforms. Even Che has. Like other people have said, I need to put more on Facebook. Because even the little videos I put on Facebook, when I do a reel, they do get a lot of views. And I guess you can get monetized on basically everything, right? But thanks, that's a good idea, Shell G. Chief says, Ray, you're the star, brother. Yeah, he's the drinking star. Definitely the drinking star. He could outdrink anybody I know. Although I'd never be in a drinking contest with Ray, I will let you win. Trust me. I'll let you win that competition. All right, let me see. Bill says, coffee here only in organic juices. There you go, Bill. You and I are a lot alike. Yeah, I can do that. I can do the coffee. I can do the organic coffee, mushroom coffee, coconut water, water juices, all that kind of stuff. I can hang when it comes to all that, but anything else, I would not be a good partner or teammate. Don't ask me to be like a drinking partner because I would fail miserably. Right, Che?
Yep. Agree.
Ray in the Philippines says, cool, David. I have to do a video on the process step by step as it's happening. Yeah, that'd be another good video. People like videos that they can learn stuff and, you know, help make it easier for them for the process. Passports, visas, SRRV, all that stuff.
Yeah, but your battery is
I know, it's getting low.
36.
It's okay, it's hanging in there. What's happening is the power, there's so much from the live stream
Yeah.
that the power bank can't keep up. Oh, wait a minute. Chief says, Ray, will you tell I'm allergic to liquor, alcohol? That's funny, allergic. You're not allergic, Chief. You and Ray have a tolerance to alcohol. Now, I'm allergic. You guys are not allergic. You have a tolerance. David says, yes, Ray. Shell G says hi again. See, I like even Shell. Austin, she's a foreigner woman who's looking to potentially come to the Philippines. And she asked me if I ever saw foreign women here with Filipino men. I have, not often, but I have.
Yeah, not often. Yeah.
I have. I mean, do Filipino men like foreign women? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, so there you go.
but
But
not all.
not all. Well, of course. That's the same way with anything. Not all foreigners. I don't know. To each his own. But you'd be all right, Shell. She asked me, well, you don't know the USD, but she would have plenty to live here. Ray said, I drank last night. You're kidding me, Ray. Yes, well, he was drinking the Tanduay long neck.
Yeah, long neck.
Long neck last night. Yeah, we saw. We were eating dinner. We were eating dinner at Ground Zero, and Chase said, he's drinking Tanduay long neck. It's like the bigger bottle with the longer neck. She knew what it was.
But no.
But yeah, the ants, they get in your pants here too. I drank last night. I'm drying out to be in top form for my live stream later. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You want to be dry. Ray in the Philippines says, Chief is allergic to liquor. He breaks out in handcuffs. Yeah, but Ray, so you don't break out in handcuffs either? What do you break out in? You get something else? But you two, Ray and Chief, are going to be in so much trouble together. I want to see them, Ray and Chief, do a live stream together. Now that would be entertaining. They would be having a drink for drink contest. Chief says, sorry to hear that, Ray, that he was allergic. Cherise says, hi, Che.
I already replied the comment.
Oh, I'm behind. Chief Pounderhard says, hi, Cherise. Ah, damn, David, you guys are spoiling me silly today. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I get to give you a heart, and I get to give you a thumbs up.
I did thumbs up also that.
Thank you very much, David. Need more coffee. Actually, I'm going to start putting this money towards two things. Coffee and my Starlink Mini, David. That's what I'm putting it towards. I have some projects in mind to enhance my YouTube channel for all of you guys and anybody else in the future. I want Starlink Mini so I can actually walk and talk, and I can take you everywhere I go, no matter where I'm at, here in Dumaguete or when we go to Siquijor or whatever. I think that would be a nice addition to my YouTube channel. I think it makes sense for what I do and always being outside. I think I would benefit greatly from that, don't you think?
Yep.
having constant, I want to take you to Sikihor and show you. I want to take you here, there, Cebu, Bohol, wherever Che and I end up going. So I'm going to ration a little towards coffee, David, and then I'm going to put towards Starlink and well, actually I put money towards her too. She's my partner, so she gets an allowance. So I do invest in Che as well. And then I think that's it. Yeah, just Starlink, and eventually I'm gonna get a new phone. So I have 2 iPhones, because you need to have 2 phones when you're live streaming. I'm learning that now. I mean, I see that Ray does it. It's beneficial, so I can have the one phone, leave it alone for the video, and then I can be using the other device to follow the comments and stuff. So I'm learning. I'm a newbie live streamer. I'm learning. But David, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You and Chief have humbled me beyond words that can express, and even I know Che is thankful for that as well.
Of course.
And
I already thank you. I replied that.
So your generosity, you and Chief and everybody else that shares their time, cannot be emphasized more than it is. Where are you going?
You're already here.
Who, your mom? Well, I'll wait here, because if I move, I'll lose my friends, and I don't want to do that. You got my glass case. All right, you hold that. She's going to catch up with her mom, but she'll be back. Che isn't gone. The star of the live isn't going. But thank you, David, over and over and over and over and over. And I'm not going to make you a moderator. I'm going to keep you green. I already made that mistake. So thank you. Chief says, thanks, David. Yeah, Chief, you two are like very kind and generous, and I'm thankful for that. God bless you both. GW says, David Jessup, I would say, that says, wow. Cherie says, hello, Pounder Hard. Yeah, Chief has a very unique name. I'll never forget Chief. Plus, he's from West Virginia. Ende Che says, hello, David, which is funny. See, there goes a motorbike. Everybody, it's kind of cool. But yeah, Che says hello to David. But like I said, Che will be back. Bill says, below freezing here, so I'm making chili tomorrow. You're teasing me, Bill. Chili tomorrow, and I'll make chicken noodle soup. You know what I miss? Chili in the U.S. because the ingredients, the quality that you can get for the chili. And I also miss chicken corn soup. I love chicken corn soup. Now, Che made me chicken egg drop soup here in the Philippines, which actually turned out pretty good. She never did it before. She kind of just, ingredients that I was familiar of that you use in it, boiled up a big chicken and made the broth and added bone and corn, or the chicken meat, took it off the bone, corn. We didn't have noodles in it though. There was no like pasta or noodles in it, but it was really good. That's when I had a bad congested cold that I got here. David says, hi, Che. Che will be back. She's just, her mom was supposed to meet her here. Chief says, Che, looking forward to video with you, Michael and Ray. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I hope we get a lot of people on live. I really do. I just think that'll be a fun and exciting, not only interview for us, but for you guys to watch. I won't be holding back. I'll be putting all my, I'm just generous. I just tell it like it is. So yeah, I'll certainly just be me. And Che says, hello, Charisse. Ray in the Philippines says, it'll be awesome. I'm going to get Che to laugh a lot. Don't miss the giggle stream. Oh yeah, she giggles. And when Che giggles, she's like a seal. It's like this. So if she's laughing like that, you're really cracking her up. She sounds like a seal. So yeah, I always tease her about that. But it's cute. She's walking by. Where's your mom at? Oh, she's down there? She's not coming up here? Huh? Oh, so you're leaving?
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm going to my mom's place, Candaway. It's 15 minutes from here, I think, to Candaway. So I just want to say hi to you guys. Thanks for the support. Bye-bye.
You gonna give me a? I want to give her me a YouTube live stream kiss. Ah. You gonna give me a kiss?
You don't want to say my mom? You go.
Oh, all right. I gotta walk slow though because
Yeah.
we're gonna say hi to Che's mom. So I'm gonna walk slow, and I hope I don't lose you guys. I'm walking very slow, but it's a clear day, so I think it should be all right. So anybody that hangs out, where is your mom? Way down there? Is she by herself?
No, with my cousin.
With your cousin. All right. So we're gonna walk down this way. I'm gonna turn the camera. Hey, keep walking. I'm gonna put it on you. They don't want to look at me. What? So Che's gonna walk ahead of me, and I'm gonna keep her live. And then you guys can meet her mother.
Yeah, beautiful mother.
And wait a minute, I'm gonna read. Chief says, Ray, please post a day ahead of time. I guess that's in regards to when the live stream's gonna be. Weena Jumps, hello Weena, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being on my live, supporting my channel. I know you saw me yesterday. I said hello to you yesterday. And then, yeah, we're gonna keep going here. Like her mom's here. She's got some cousins here. We're gonna introduce you to some of her family. They're all looking like, who's this guy? So Che, introduce.
My cousin
That's her cousin.
and my young beautiful mom.
That's her mom. You guys are on YouTube live stream right now. Hey, you can't hide back there.
Yeah, also my cousin.
See, I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen, she's done videos and stuff
Her
before.
name is Maurice.
Maurice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ano pangalan mo, Day? Jisa May.
Yeah, see guys, see how beautiful Philippine girls are in the Philippines? They're all guapa. All guapa. See that? Look, I'm just telling the truth. You don't need to be shy. Someday, like I said, I don't know, you guys are going to have to turn down a lot of foreigners. Yep. So yeah, everybody can see you. But hey, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. And of course, you know me. But thank you for being on the live. So where are you going next? To your mom's, right?
Yeah, Kandaway.
All right. You want to say anything more to these guys? I'm getting back. That almost went. That wouldn't have been good. I was too close, and I wanted everybody to see you. All right. Give me a hug. Bye-bye.
See you later.
All right. See you guys later. Nice meeting you.
You already met, huh?
Well, these two I never met. I said nice meeting to them. Oh, yeah, I need this. All right. Bye, guys. Be safe. All right. Let me get over here so I can finish doing this. Now I got my glasses so I can see. I gotta catch up on here. I don't know where you guys are at. It'll be live, Chief. I'll post it after it's done. If you miss it, Chief says, Shell G, I subscribe to, man, waiting for your videos. Yeah, Shell G, you need to do a channel, especially if you come here. Or you could start your channel ahead of time, Shell G, and kind of tell your story, your build up, if you ultimately decide to come to the Philippines or somewhere in Asia. I think that would be cool. We're in the Philippines. We don't have subscribers, we have friends. Friends support each other. Our friends know that we spend money to make content, and they're being supported because they appreciate us as much as we appreciate them. Amen to that. The community that we're building here, I think, is what excites me the most. And I get it. I mean, everybody's subscribers are other channels. You can't always, it's hard. It gets harder to, be here depending on where you are in the world too. But I have channels I frequent. Ray has channels we frequent. Chief does, David does. but we all find a way to somehow support each other, and that's true, Ray. Chief says, Ray, that's facts. That's true. Amen to that. Ray in the Philippines say, I've got at least 4 subscriptions to apps just for YouTube content and just bought new wireless mics from Amazon's to replace my set that I fried. What did you end up going with for your mics, Ray? Josh, hey Josh, how you doing? Chief, Ray is an AA sponsor. If anybody doesn't know what AA means, it means Alcoholics Anonymous. That's a good one, Josh. Welcome, Josh. That's funny. Ray says, not complaining. I enjoy talking to my friends every day, but it'll be a while before YouTube covers my expenses. Yeah, and see, again, I talked about this earlier, Ray, before you got here. Obviously, my channel, your channel, I'm sure I can speak for you. It's kind of like you start a channel because you want to share your story and your experiences, but I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be hopeful. I'm hopeful, or I hope that something becomes of my channel to monetize, you know, to allow me to have extra money to buy certain things, to provide better content, and for you and any potential new subscribers. Yeah, like I'd be lying if I said I hope I wouldn't, you know, I want to get monetized, of course, but God willing, that's on God's time. I can't control how that works, but you know, we'll see. And I like doing YouTube. I like doing the channel, and especially the more friends you make that start out as subscribers then quickly become friends, the more it motivates me to do it. And then when you get someone like Shell G on here, you know, first time on a live stream, and she wants to, like, she's considering coming to the Philippines, that fires me up, especially as a female. I mean, that fires me up. Her story would be great. Like I said, I don't know many foreigner female live streamers. Shell G, I would do it. Just do it. Be yourself and just do it. Ray says, LOL, Josh. David says, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, David. GW says, Ray, what about a rum? Yeah, rum. Josh Wilson says, probably sipping from Hello Kitty, haha, as we speak. Yeah, he takes care of kitties. Yes, he does. Ray is unique in that way. And then Che says, haha, I'm so far behind on these comments. Good Lord. Chief says, Josh seems to know Ray very well. Yeah, he does. I'm sure he's been in plenty of Ray's live streams. If you've been in any of Ray's live streams, hell, you probably only be in one, and you probably get to know him really, really well based off of one. Ray in the Philippines says, I'm not drinking when I'm alone, except on live stream, because I don't consider that as alone. That's true. Ray's a social drinker, and YouTube live stream counts. That definitely counts. Ray says, yes, Chief, Josh is a friend for sure. Che, my gosh, I'm way behind, on the way now. She's already been here and gone. I don't want to skip any of these, though. Ray says, unlike you, he actually talks to me on video. GW says, Ray, now you are not alone. Chief says, Ray, I wasn't dressed when you called. David says, Ray, I saw a Hello Kitty watch at the jewelry store today. I know you want one. Yeah, I think he wants one too, David. I mean, if I see a Hello Kitty t-shirt, I think I would buy that for Ray. A Hello Kitty t-shirt. I'll have to look in the tops and bottoms store back behind me here. This is where I buy, I bought this from home, but I buy a lot of my t-shirts there. They're very cheap. I'm gonna look for Hello Kitty just for you, Ray. I don't know why you are so shy, Chief. I've already seen you when I was at James and Karen's. Huh. Chief, that doesn't stop me from answering his video calls. Chief Pounder, Chief says, Josh, laughing. Ray in the Philippines says, no thanks, David. I complained when Lynn got me the coffee cup, but then just accepted and leaned into it. I like your Hello Kitty cup, Ray, because I don't know anybody else that does a live with a Hello Kitty cup, especially a foreigner. Makes you unique. I like it. David Jessup says, I'm green because I'm odd like that. Yeah, but you're a cool odd. You're a great odd. That's the kind of odd I like to be. Different, unique. I like it too, David. You're the only green one I know, well, on my live stream and my channel. Ray says, don't worry if you're naked, Chief. I wouldn't laugh much. Oh, boy. That would be OnlyFans. That's OnlyFans. Chief and Ray sitting in their underwear at your apartment, pounding back some beers or Tanduay. That would, oh my gosh. I don't even think about that. Chief says Ray, laughing. Josh says, I'll even vouch for Ray on his Malaking saging. I don't know, I might be reading that wrong, Josh. I apologize. Ray in the Philippines, yes, I've seen a shirtless Josh. Sexy, sexy. Holy crap. This freaking chat took a turn. Shirtless and everything. David says, hi, Josh. Josh says, hi, David. Ray says, wait, what? Ray says, LOL. Josh says, bouncing between Michael live streams. Thanks, Josh, for bouncing. I appreciate you being here. Even if it's for a brief moment, your support is always accepted and appreciated. Ray, Chief says, Ray, get the rum out. Josh says, was it a relief getting rid of all the material possessions in the States? Yes, it was. It was a relief and it was an embarrassment at the same time because I had so much crap. I was like, what in the hell are you doing, Michael? Why did you buy all this stuff to only box it up and save it and just keep it boxed up for years? And I open up when I'm ready to move and I'm like, I'm upset that I had all this crap to get rid of. I threw so much stuff in the trash. I gave away a ton of furniture, sold furniture very cheap, but gave majority of my furniture in my house, 3-bedroom house worth of furniture, gave it all the way to Salvation Army. They sent someone to pick it up, which was great. I felt so good to get rid of it. I got years and years of use out of my furniture. It went to people that needed it more than me. I'd take care of stuff, so I felt great letting all that stuff go. And actually a lot of people back home said they had a lot of respect for me because I so easily let go of all that stuff and that I was coming here to take a leap of faith, do something different in life. I got a lot of friends that were very proud of me for letting go of the possessions. It was more of a pain in the butt than anything, Josh. That's the stress before coming here, is getting rid of crap. Ray says, okay, I'll do a live stream with Michael and Shay tomorrow. I'll go live after Michael and open the rum. Oh boy. I guess now we know how you're gonna make Shay laugh, Ray, is with the rum. Ray, I was staying alcohol free to do a live stream later, but peer pressure. Who would you be getting peer pressure from, Ray? Not me, not Chief, not David. You're putting the pressure on yourself, Ray. I'm just kidding. I know we're all responsible for that. A nice friend of ours named Chief might have a little something to do with the peer pressure. David says, Ray, I went to the jewels today to sell some of my gold nuggets, and I have some nuggets made into jewelry so I can put it on for going through customs. That's kind of cool. Now, I have gold and silver at home. That's one thing I didn't get rid of when getting rid of materialistic garbage in the house. I did keep my gold and silver. That's still at my parents' house in a closet. Chief says, Ray, I'm going to get my son to take me to get more beer. I won't drive after drinking. Be right back. Hey, thanks for being responsible, Chief. That goes hand in hand with who you are. You're responsible. Shell G says, after midnight here, going to sleep. Thank you. I followed on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for finding my Facebook, Shell. I appreciate it. Do not ever hesitate to reach out. I'm always open to give you whatever I have learned in my short time here in the Philippines. I don't know everything, but I'll share what I can share. And I appreciate you subscribing. And again, do YouTube. I think your channel would do well as a female foreigner coming to the Philippines, because there's not many. Chief says, be watching for you to drink with me. Ray says, cool, David. You'll be blinged out. Yeah, David, you'll be seriously blinged out. I have gold too, just this. I didn't have any nuggets to turn into jewelry. That's the only piece of jewelry I wear. Chief says, good night, Shell G. Yeah, good night, Shell. Thank you for coming here, sharing your time. Glad you found my channel, and Look forward to getting to know you better. Shell says, thank you, Chief. Hi, Che. David says, hi, Che. Che did say hi to everybody, but she left. She's with her mom. Chief says, hello, Che. Much love and respect. Thank you, Chief. Yeah, it's good. I like when you guys say hi to Che, too, because it loosens her up. She's one of many shy Filipinos, but that every little bit helps. Ray says, hey, Che, what do you say? Don't know, I'm rhyming. Ray, you're a natural. I always laugh when you start doing raps from how long ago. Look, when I considered rap the good rap, you just spew it out like it's just ingrained in your brain. Like, I'm good with music, but I'm not that good. You're really good at remembering that stuff. Det Valone says brown skin FTW. Damn, why don't I know? I should know FT. And it's probably something simple. Haha, something simple. I always say my name. FTW. I have to go back to that. Shell G says, yes, very pretty, Che. Yes, thank you for the compliment, Shell. Yeah, she's very pretty. Beautiful person, but a beautiful heart. Philip says, yes, she is a beautiful woman. Good job, Mike. Thank you. But I give all my blessings to God, to be honest with you. And I'm very fortunate. I used to say I was lucky, but I don't say I'm lucky anymore. I say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Ray says, I didn't mean make you look good in an appearance. I meant that I would make you look good by allowing you to shine. Of course, Ray, funny guy. Gino's here. Hello, good afternoon, Gino. Gino's here. If you're not a subscriber to Gino, subscribe to Gino. Gino TV, or Dazzle TV, sorry. But Gino is his name. Great man, great husband, great father, great channel. Ray says, hey, Gino. Chief says, Ray, did you see my message? Ray says, gotcha, Chief, soon. Chief says, hello, Gino. Good to see you, sir. Just checking my battery. Gino says, hi, Ray, Chief. Bill says, Gino, hi. Dazzle TV, hey, Bill. Holy hell, like, I thought I already... I don't know. You must have. Did you send another one, David? I'm losing track because I'm down here and you're late for Starlink. I think that's the one you sent me before. I swear I hearted that before and I had to heart it and thumb it again. I don't know what happened. But thank you over and over and over again. I can't thank you enough. And yeah, I'm one step closer to Starlink. And God bless you, David. Good man, good heart, good friend. And heal up. All I just want you to do is heal up, and then when you're here, I hope you feel good and you can enjoy yourself. Gino says, hi, Bill. Ray says, nope, I'm happy when I drink, no trouble for me. We know. Ray has a cast iron gut, stomach. Chief says, I thrive to be like Ray when I drink. He's my hero. Yeah, he's definitely an entertainer, and that live stream he did with the Bakers was one for the ages. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. That was probably the most entertaining, overwhelming, dizzy feeling live stream I've ever watched. GW's fist bumps. And again, David for Starlink. God bless you. Thank you. You're so kind. Humbled. Chief says, much appreciate David. He deserves every dollar. I don't know if I necessarily deserve it, but if you guys say so, I'll take your word for it. I'm just glad I can provide something simple from the Philippines, be myself, chat with you guys, have good conversation, and yeah, it's just truly a blessing. And I thank you guys, all of you, from the bottom of my heart for even being here and taking the time out of your precious life, because life is precious. Time is precious. Ray in the Philippines said, making thumbnail for live stream. GW said, I think that means welcome. I apologize, GW. David Jessup, Chief Michael and Chair, very appreciative and good-hearted people. Much love and respect to you both. Much love to you too, Chief. Again, blessing upon blessing upon blessings. Det says bye, Che, so I'm getting closer here. Thank you, Det, for saying goodbye to Che. Chief says going on a beer run because of Ray. Be back. Ray says I'm going to buy Coke. All right, Ray. Ray's going to be live in 10 minutes, so mine's slowly dwindling down, which is good. David says, okay, Ray, I will see you. GW says yes. GW says, I think today I will try to do live stream. Hey, you should try and do it. Why not? You have nothing to lose. And it gives you an opportunity to communicate, have conversation with your friends. Det Balloon says it's a party and Ray's live. That's an understatement, to be honest with you. It's beyond a party. It's a festival. Det Balloon, JW says Det Balloons agree. Josh says, I was afraid Michael would get to the Malaking Sajin comment and ask Che in front of the family what that meant. I probably would have, Josh. And Louis says 1,330 hours until 2026. Dang it, 2025 came and went. Yeah. And then David says yes, sent 2 times. All right, David. I'm gonna probably end this live stream because you guys have dedicated enough time to me, and you deserve a break from me. And Ray's gonna be going live soon, so I want to give him that platform. But everybody, thank you very much. I'm gonna probably go get some water because I can definitely tell I'm parched, and I'm surprised I didn't have to pee, especially drinking all that coffee after the water. But actually, I'm doing all right. But again, David, Chief, Ray, Josh, Louie, Det, GW. I saw Mr. Davis on there, but he retracted his message, so I don't know what he said. My gosh. Gino from Dazzle TV to Shell G that was here, a new subscriber, God love her. Let's motivate her to come to the Philippines. Again, Josh, I'm trying to go through everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Of course, Che, my girlfriend, was here on the live stream and in person. I'm just scrolling through all these names because I feel like you all deserve it. Weena Jumps was here. She said hello. Charisse was a new one. She said hello. Again, Shell G. Bill Meyer was here. Thank you. God bless you guys all. Elliot James said gay, which, whatever. Hope he feels better. He got that off his chest. Eli from Abandoned Souls. And everybody else. I think I pretty much covered everybody other than some random people that were new. So any new subscribers and stuff, thank you for a great live stream here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I'll be thinking about you all. And David, heal up, my friend. Chief, don't go too crazy with Ray, but I'll see you in that live stream. I'm going to the coffee shop, gonna let my phone charge up a little bit from the power bank. But God bless you all. And scroll right to the bottom in case anybody said something. Det Balloon says, Ingats, Michael, you guys be happy, keep your heart good, put God first, and you'll never finish last. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, love you all, thank you. See ya. See you next time live, Det.